Aboriginal TV, that's one of them niggas. That nigga GEECHEE is a motherfucker. I get up, try and start my day, here come this motherfucker saying the Gullah GEECHEE is Indians, nigga. Then he actually shows how the shit we think is African is actually indigenous. Who is this nigga? Can I eat my eggs?
Pride can stand 1,000 trials. The strong will never fall. But watching stars without you, my soul cries. Heaving heart is full of pain. Oh, sueño con el mar iluminado de sentidas. Me abarcaba con la brisa del verano.
Talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your zen way off. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself. It's a whole lot of insecurities on display. When he go and spend his whole advance on a diamond chain. When he tricking off on these hoes trying to fill the void. When he steady popping on these ends trying to numb the pain. When he flexing all on the gram showing off the bands. When he knowing damn well that he got it off a scam. I don't wanna see you do a bid trying to get a lamb. It's a lot of ways to go legit, think about your fam. Cause you ain't gotta lie to kick it. You ain't gotta pop prescription. You ain't gotta load up the stick. You ain't gotta slide on niggas. You ain't gotta spin the block. Cause you ain't really got no ops for real. That's just your ego trying to take over. Really, that's the one that you got to kill. Why everybody wanna be on demon time when your angels gon' ride for real? That feeling of emptiness deep inside is something the money will not fulfill. And we gotta get back alignment with God, cause that's the only way that time will heal. Yeah. Yeah. You ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't never caught. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. You can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your zen way off. Yeah. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. Should be yourself, king. Should be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself.
Extra. This shit is hard.
Shout out to all the Aborigines. TVs is in the building. Aboriginal TVs in the side of the GEECHEE in the building. We got 36 people in the building. I'd appreciate if y'all bang that like button, share the video out. Let me get some ghosts in the chat. The TVs in the chat. Let me know we loud and clear. Shout out to Miss GEECHEE in the building. Sister Nami in the building. James Williams in the building. Redskin is in the building. Bruce W is in the building. And my brother Hiker in the building. Bronze Flat Power God in the motherfucking building. Anthony Lowe is in the building. Redskin, what up with it? Goddess of the Soul in the building. Chuck Jackson in the building. See my sister Soraya in the building. What else we got up in here? Stop Dead in the building. George Savory in the building. My brother Brightmo in the building. My brother James Williams in the building. Peace to the gods. We got 40 people in the building. 203 Low Gang in the building. What's up, tribe? Top of the morning, balance of the evening. This episode is brought to you by the Digital Black Dollar. All of our affiliates, all of our subsidiaries, our partners, and of course you, the viewer. Shout out Pocahontas Powerton in the building. What's up, tribe? Before we get into today's show, I want to talk about some shit real quick. So, I got a phone call yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the greatest phone call, to say it like that. Ultimately, I have been, given the instructions to get prepared to the potentially transition a few of my elders' tribe. That is happening. I'm saying. So, with all of that being said, I'm going to be doing some moving around here in the next few weeks. I need y'all to bear with me. I know I got a lot of shit developing. I know I told y'all I got a lot of things going on. Sometimes things just prioritized over others. And of course, taking care of our elders and our ancestors is always a priority. So I'm not 100% sure exactly how things will go in the coming weeks, but I do know that I will be taking the time, to go and help make sure my ancestors transition properly. I'll give y'all more details as I get more information. But I'd appreciate it if y'all send y'all prayers, send y'all love, send y'all energy to my family in our time of need. One thing I wanted to talk about is the importance, once again, of just understanding your purpose. This is one of those times in life, man, that we all go through. And if we lucky, we'll be prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how. All right, so just to give y'all an update, I'll just tell y'all this is. Let me roll up while I'm getting myself together, tribe. So yeah, I've gotten the news that y'all already know. Y'all know my grandma, she been thugging it for a long time, tribe. In the last few years, in the last few years, you know what I'm saying? Grandma done been through a lot. She done been through car accidents. She done broke her neck. She done passed out 100 times. And you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, we had to make the decision on what would be her best, you know what I'm saying, option for life. And ultimately, as a family, we decided that we wanted to take her off that bullshit. And if anybody who done had family on dialysis and shit like that, you already know what time it is with that. Stop it. So, I want y'all to send y'all love to my grandmother, as well as send love to my old man, my OG. My pops is not doing great as well.
Referring to as Joseph Opala, one of the leading.
My pops is not doing so hot as well. So I got a lot of, tending to do to my elders. But I want to make sure, again, that we use this as a teachable moment. And that I'm always the example in which they raised them to be. And in these trying times, as difficult as this shit is for me, I understand that I was made for this shit. They prepared me for this shit. And ultimately, I'm at peace. There's nothing that I could have provided my elders that I haven't already provided. So, giving them an opportunity to see themselves in the future, and also to be able to see, ultimately the culture is preserved and protected. So, once again, just send y'all love. I'm gonna do my best, I'm gonna do my best to get through this shit and continue on the mission as my ancestors would want. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. I appreciate y'all presence, and I appreciate all the love and support as always. Let's continue with the show, tribe. We got 60 people in the building. Bang that like button, share the video out. Let me clear the air. I got for you. Shout out Juice in the building, Redskin. Shout out Tribe. We appreciate all the love and all the support. I'll keep y'all updated as things, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. I don't really hide shit like that. So as things perspire, as I go through things, I let the world see ultimately respond and what I do. As man said, it ain't what you do or what situation you find yourself in. It's what you do when you find yourself in that situation. I plan to show myself approved. I plan to give my ancestors peace. Saying. All right, gang. Let's get into this niggertry today. 9 for 9 is in full effect for every 9 donations of $9 or more. We'll lock in a giveaway for tomorrow. We have 1 locked in. We need 6 donations. You know what I'm saying? We need 6 donations of $9 or more in order to lock in our second giveaway for tomorrow. Giveaway Friday is tomorrow, tribe. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Shout out to all y'all, man. I know I ain't the only one going through some shit. No, I ain't the only one trying to make sure that I preserve and protect my ancestors. So if you are dealing with things and going through that, man, make sure you know that your family love you. If you need some shit, just tap in, because we got, tribe, for real. A lot of people fucking play. A lot of people be on this social media clout chasing shit. But ultimately, that's not what I'm here for. I came here as I'm growing my family I wanted to find others that were growing their family and see how we could grow together.
Extra. This shit is hard.
My family has expanded immensely since I started this journey. And it continues to grow. A lot of y'all niggas, like I said, y'all seen me, goddamn. I was out here looking crazy, but still just trying to goddamn do the right thing. Niggas don't watch me have babies. Niggas don't watch me motherfucking goddamn be fucked up in the game. Niggas don't watch me be good in the game. That's what this shit is about, tribe. Because one day my children will have the opportunity to see what's done here today. And be proud of their father. Let me get some shout outs real quick. Shout out to my brother Juice, sending in a donation. Shout out to my brother Roger for sending in 2 donations, as well as my brother Bruce W for sending in a donation. That's 4 donations. 2 more donations will lock in. Wait, I said 6. Oh yeah, there's 4, right? 2 more donations will lock in our second 9 for 9 try. Y'all gotta bear with me, my goddamn. Just now getting up. As you can imagine, a nigga ain't sleeping that great as of lately. And ultimately, I'm in grind season, baby. Shout out to Pat Gabriel in the building. What's up, gang? Pete Jonesy in the building. What's up, tribe? So yeah, keep my family in your prayers. But you better believe we gonna be motherfucking all right, because I'm here, goddammit. Ultimately, if I ain't gonna do the job, who gonna motherfucking do it? We got 68 family members in the building. Let me see what these lights looking like on y'all. Y'all playing with me today. Oh, y'all ain't even playing with a nigga today. I feel y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like, can we not play with niggas? Can we not play with each other? Let's play with the ball. Pause. You know, like basketball, football. You can't even say that shit down. Damn. You can't even be like, hey, yo, hand me that ball over there. What the fuck? Zesty niggas, you fruit, magically delicious, fruits and berry ass niggas. Fuck everything up in the game. Niggas can't even fucking talk. Let's see what I have for y'all today.
Scholars in this particular area has related that throughout the 18th century, Florida Maroons were in close contact with the Seminoles and underwent a continuing process of Seminolization or acculturization. Nevertheless, following Eon Hammock, Opalo has explained that some Seminole blacks spoke English, and probably all of them spoke Afro-Seminole Creole English, a language similar to Gullah and Jamaican Creole. In a later article, Opala has identified the Afro-Seminole Creole English as Gullah. Opala has written that the Black Seminoles are a small offshoot of the Gullah who escaped from rice plantations in South Carolina and Georgia. They built their own settlements on the Florida frontier, fought a series of wars to preserve their freedom, and were scattered across North America. I'll stop right there, and I think that the case is fairly made. That the term freedman, one, means individuals that gain their freedom from slavery. Two, that the term freedman in relationship to Seminoles and others are those that had been enslaved at some point. And 3, there is no credible source that would argue against the idea of what the term freedman is. I appreciate your willingness to entertain my response.
A bullshit?
Thank you, my brother.
A bullshit? A bullshit.
You know what's crazy as fuck to me, tribe? These niggas are so infatuated with slavery and that Kunta Kinte shit. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to wake up. This motherfucker had a long night last night. I'm gonna have a longer day today, so just bear with a nigga. I might say some shit that might not line up all the way. But it's funny how these niggas know about this Kunta Kinte shit.
They know about this shit. Reading rainbow head ass niggas, right? But then a freedman is somebody who was enslaved and then they became free. Okay. Now they saying 200,000 to 300,000 slaves came through North America from Africa. They also saying that that's around the same number as the amount of Native Americans who's been enslaved. Just let that sink in. Right, hold on. So the Native American slaves and the African slaves that made it to Charleston and shit like that is approximately the same number. So being a person that's enslaved doesn't make you an African, but that's exactly the method in which they use to disenfranchise the indigenous people. And then they bring these fathead ass Africans over here, right, to further reassert that, right, to further reassert and reaffirm the narrative that you are a hunter-gatherer Bantu African, simply because you found yourself enslaved. But you could have found yourself enslaved motherfucking fighting a war. You could have found yourself enslaved on your own motherfucking homeland, and some niggas just came and goddamn started fucking your ass up. Like, you can find yourself enslaved and not be an African, but in their brain, right? In their brain, slave equals African. And so they never acknowledged Native American slavery, right? The first thing they say is, well, it wasn't in nowhere near the magnitude of the transatlantic. Like, that's the first thing they say, but they never acknowledge its true existence in reality. The same amount of numbers that they saying they brought into North America as slaves from Africa is the same number that they saying was enslaved as Native Americans. Let that sink in.
Glad you come up here. You know, I think Black first for that too, man, because like you said, bring Blackwater up here. Thank you, Blackwater, brother. And you know, and I tried to explain that to this lady. I tried to explain that to this lady, and she just, I don't know. She just wasn't getting it. She just wasn't getting it. I don't know. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't even know if she's related to my people.
Right. You know, and Dean, you know, and I'll be brief here. You know, I think that the term tricks people. You know, Black first did ask, and, you know, I explained this some months ago. It appears that there's some that are not familiar with the term free man, the difference between a free man, F-R-E-E-M-A-N, and a freedman, F-R-E-E-D-M-A-N. So a freedman is an individual that gained their freedom, their emancipation, or had been manumitted, you know, from slavery. Manumitted meaning largely that they had gained through a will or through some act of courage, or perhaps some civil order, gained their freedom from slavery.
Hey, bro,
Those
come
are
on
free
now, dog.
men and women, of course. And a free man is an individual that has never been enslaved, however, could have been the offspring of a freed man. And I mean, that's how simple it is. And so, I think that some get caught up in those particular
Hey,
terms.
bro,
And
come
so,
on now,
you know,
dog.
it's
Come
the record
on,
shows
man.
that there were individuals of color, as I heard the lady said, you know, and throughout the South, more so in the South than in the North, that were free. They either gained their freedom through being manumitted or being through manumission, or through being through manumission, and or they were the children of those that had been received, been emancipated, etc. And you know, and I've got those records. I won't go into them, etc. But yeah, I heard the unfortunate conversation, and I know you know how we all can become emotional in these discussions. But you know, respectfully, however, as candid as I generally am, you know, I think that the former panelist was just either confused or not willing to understand and accept the historical record. You know, she used the term that her relatives were freedmen. In so doing, it tells exactly the story that at some point they were enslaved.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. Exactly. She's saying that they were reclassified. Reclassified to what?
You know, and that's another thing that these guys are using. You know, this reclassification thing, and you know, those that were that might have been reclassified, you know, is really pertinent to. And I'm sorry, I'm getting an echo. Big Creek, really quickly, and I'll land my plane really quickly. You know, they use the Walter Plecker, 1924, you know, Racial Integrity Act as a basis for, you know, everyone being reclassified, and that was only, you know, pertinent to the state of Virginia, and that really spoke to birth certificates, you know, marriages, etc. And then when you really take that and juxtapose it or look at it vis-a-vis, face-to-face with the census records in 1920, prior to the Racial Integrity Act, and then consider it in 1930 after the Racial Integrity Act, what you find is that the population of Negroes, if you would, didn't increase. They actually decreased. Right. So if in fact Indians were reclassified as Negroes after the Racial Integrity Act, what you will find, you would have found is that the number of Negroes should have naturally increased. And what you find is that the number decreased. And so with that in mind, I'm getting mute, but you know, I appreciate it. You know, it's really important to bring clarity to.
That was a mute ass point if I've ever heard one. We got 88 people in the building. Bang that like, but share the video out. Let me bring my auntie on. Top of the morning, auntie. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Sending healing and love to you and your family, your grandmother and father.
We appreciate that, auntie. You already know we sending love to you and yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, my mama just got out the hospital 2 days ago.
I know you've been doing the same dance me and my family been doing for some time now, auntie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yep.
and you've been holding it down too. So
Yeah,
shout out to
me
you.
and I got two sisters, nephew, that don't break their neck to do nothing. And when I say I'm on it, soon she called me, I'm on it. I don't care how tired I am. I set up over 24 hours the other night, and I finally crashed around. I said it was about 8 o'clock. I called my sister because she was off. I was like, "Can you take if they let her go? Because she was still, you know, in the emergency room." And I said, "Will you take her home?" Well, I got something I gotta do. I gotta take my daughter to this program, and I just hung up the phone. I'm like,
Yeah, you just like my mama, auntie. Like my mama, I've been trying to get my mama to get the here. I've been trying to bring my mama different places, get her involved in some of my businesses and shit like that. You know, let her stop running the rat race a little bit. And she like, shit, I ain't leaving my mama, nigga. So I don't know what the fuck you talking.
and that's me, and that's how
I'm talking
I
about my
feel.
mama literally told her son, like, I'm not leaving my mama, nigga. So yeah, you got 250,000 or whatever type of job, nigga. I can't do it. I gotta be here for my mom. I said, God
That's
damn.
me, and that's just how I feel. I don't care if neither one of you, my other sister, she work a lot, but still, I'm like, if I can take off, if I can do this, you can too. Since you ain't, I'm doing what the ancestors want me to do. That's how I feel. The ancestors want me where I'm at, so I can make sure my mama is taken care of.
You know what's crazy, auntie? Them be the same ones trying to jump in the goddamn casket.
I said that. I told my auntie, I said, I would probably act a fool if something happens to our mama, because I'm going to be smacking both of these hoes up in the goddamn funeral.
Please don't smack them at the funeral. Just wait till the repast. You know.
I mean, I'm tired, but I'm like, okay, I'll make it through. I'm still young. I'm 53 years young. I got this. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I mean, she got out there to the fake ass eclipse, and I mean, I thought all the nurses and the doctors was outside. I said, so who's in here taking care of the patients?
Right. Who the hell watching every goddamn body, nigga? They didn't shut the goddamn hospital down. Hey, we got for 2 hours. We're gonna have a quiet time at the hospital where all the nurses will not be in there. You're like, what? Like they sent everybody a slip to their room. Like, hey, from the hours of 8 to 12,
That
Ain't no
part.
hospitaling going on around this bitch, okay?
Yeah. So if
But
anybody buzzes go off in the emergency, just tell them soon the eclipse is over, we'll be back in.
yeah, the solar
All
eclipse
right.
threw off the buzz thing, so we didn't hear it. You know, anything you can use anything. I heard
Exactly.
I heard the eclipse flights during the eclipse was cheap as fuck. Did y'all hear that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, and I
Cause
think
I,
it was like
you
an
know, I don't
$85,
believe in none of
$100
that.
off.
You know, I don't believe in none of this eclipse stuff. So when I seen everybody, I said, look at this dumbass shit. I mean, they forever using us for the dumb shit. And
I'm
people
trying to
still don't
figure
do
out during the eclipse, right?
it. Mhm.
That's when the moon and the earth supposed to be moving on their own type of time, right? They
Yep.
one move one way, one move the other way, and one like that's how it go, right? When it's dark, the moon be out. When it's light, the
Mhm.
sun be out. On one side of the world, it's sunny. On the other side, it's dark. And as it moves, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
Motherfucking, like that's what they showed us, right?
That's
So
what they showed us.
how the fuck did we get the moon and the sun in the same sky where there's the moon blocking the sun and we can see it? What the fuck is going on the other side of the earth? Like,
Exactly.
is it dark? Is there no moon and no
And wait a
sun?
minute.
Like, what the fuck?
Why everybody can't see it though? I mean, it's just crazy. You know, people in Texas seen it. People in Kentucky. I didn't even pay no attention, but I heard a lot of people say that you couldn't see it here in Tennessee because of the weather, and it was real cloudy that day here. But still, in all, you know, it was like a lot of people said, "Well, we really didn't get a good look at it." I'm like, "Shit's fake any goddamn way. Why you didn't get a look at it? Shit's fake."
Well, I seen footage of somebody on a plane when the actual, shit was happening.
Uh-huh.
The whole goddamn shit got dark. Now, sit here thinking, hmm, okay. Well, no matter where you are in the planet, everybody can't see the sun at the same time, right? Nor can everybody see the moon at the same time.
That's what they say.
So when the sun and the moon align in the sky, where the fuck is going on in the rest of the world? Like, do they have a sun or a moon at that time? Like,
Exactly.
like, what is going on? Like, I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like, I've been thinking about this shit since I've seen that shit. Like, wait a minute. There's only one sun and one moon, and they work
Well, as we
simultaneously.
speaking, and this is crazy. We talking about the sun and the moon, and on my screen I just got it on, but I don't have nothing. You know, I use the stream. Why the sun and the moon just popped up on the
Uh,
couch?
that's called a synchronicity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The Matrix letting you know, yeah, he ain't lying, but I ain't about to
Yeah.
tell you. Like that.
So while the sun and the moon was over here kissing, I
Hmm.
guess there wasn't no moon over there in Europe. I don't know.
There won't no sun either. We don't get the same sun.
Exactly.
So all right, like is our sun and moon the same as Africa's sun and moon? And then if that's the case, when our sun and moon over here is aligning and we can see it, let's just say in like Mexico, right?
Hmm.
Can they see it in motherfucking Africa?
Exactly.
Can
But
they see it in Australia?
they say it only happens here in America. Now, why is all this stuff just happening in America and not nowhere else? They
Yeah,
don't have clips over there.
that math ain't mathing.
It ain't mathing.
That math ain't mathing. Do anybody
Uh-uh.
else know? Anybody in the chat? We got a lot of smart ass people in the chat. Can
Yeah.
anybody explain when an eclipse is happening and it's going over? They got the path of totality and everything,
See,
right?
we the people they don't want to. They'll try to silence and don't want to hear because we thinking too much. I mean, because you on point about who's where what y'all got an extra moon, during the time of the eclipse over here, y'all got another moon, nigga. Y'all pulling out the closet that nobody know about.
Right, like y'all, like where, like this is a substitute moon that only
Yeah.
come out on eclipses to service the rest of the earth, while the other moon is covering the sun. Like,
Yeah. He's at work, but we gotta hire a new moon because this moon right here, he gotta go over here and visit the sun. So we got a backup moon, It's a bunch of bullshit. Basically, what they telling you, they can continue to pull the wool over your eyes if you let them. It is.
I was watching some shit with Terrence Howard. You know, they say Terrence Howard is like some mathematical genius or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to him break down math and shit like that, and how the foundations of our math is fundamentally off on purpose so that we could never actually understand math, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the clip had said something to the extent of when you multiply something, that means you add, basically, like you're increasing upon it, right?
Yeah. Nama said they were Project Bluebeam. If you ain't lying, if it ain't never been a Project Bluebeam, that's definitely it.
So he goes on to say, like, okay, if 1 times 1 equals 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first timetable, right?
Yep.
But when you multiply, it won't equal the same number. It's impossible. It's mathematically impossible to increase something and get the same number.
That's true.
So when you say 1 times 1 equals 1, that's mathematically a fallacy, and it's actually impossible for 1 times 1 to equal 1. Because in order to multiply something, you have to increase it. And 1 times 1 is not an increase. So imagine if our times table is fucked up, our addition and subtraction is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
How in the fuck are you gonna be able to build some shit that's worth a damn? How in the fuck would you be able to understand numbers, frequencies, and shit like that when the first timetable they gave you sets the precedent of the lie in your mathematics?
Facts. And cause I mean, I didn't learn. I ain't throwing no shade. I didn't really learn nothing from Dane, but I remember him putting that in one of his videos, um, about the 1 + 1 = 3. I do remember him talking about the math was never. It was wasn't real math. That this is what they came up with the school system with the Rothschilds. So I definitely remember that.
Well, see, that's a totally another different mathematical equation, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
you're saying 1 + 1 = 3, right? Like that actually is, I guess, in math would be an equivalent fallacy to 1 times 1 = 1. But let me bring Nadi on here. Maybe Nadi can tell me about the goddamn moon and the goddamn math. Nadi, tell me about the
Nah,
moon and the math,
salute
nigga.
my brother. Salute my brother. Naughty.
He probably got to get his mic together. We got 117 people in the building. Bang that like button.
Halito, everyone that's coming in. Halito.
Share the video out. Shout out to all the new subscribers coming in. I know
While
it's
we're waiting on Naughty, I do want to, say something about backwash.
Go ahead, Auntie.
Why, Lord? This why. I mean, who's tapping on their shoulders and letting them still rise every morning? I don't know. Because y'all sell slavery once again like a fresh loaf of bread out here. Ain't nothing wrong with eating a couple slices, putting on a couple pounds. That's how y'all hold slavery. I mean, y'all hold it like, a bag of rice on your fucking shoulders, just holding you down. Because somebody else came up with the bullshit that your people was the slaves. Now, if you're doing your
But
genealogy,
listen, even if we was the slave, it doesn't mean you're African.
that part, and that's a fact. So are the people that's locked up in prison, are they considered to be, I mean, because we got people from all around the world that's locked up in these prisons over here. Are they considered Africans?
Exactly. That it would be the exact equivalent, Auntie, right? There's many different ethnicities locked up right now, right? But if
Mm.
they make a law and say anybody who get locked up, they'll be classified as an African.
Because
Well,
what is it, the 13th or the 14th amendment said the only way you could be classified as a slave unless you basically under the penal
Right. You have to be convicted of a crime. But see, this is the
Yeah.
issue, right? Like your existence is criminal,
Mm-hmm.
right? When they create a straw man and all of that and create fraud, that is a crime.
Yep. Facts.
You understand? So they try to get you to collude with them in a crime. Thus, forth, you can't
Mm-hmm.
charge them with anything because you're in collusion with said thing you want to charge.
Facts.
The RICO come, everybody gone. Looking like
Mm-hmm.
they don't give a damn. You didn't know. You was just the motherfucking nigga who opened the door. They don't give a fuck. 20 years.
Exactly, because they forever doing that accessory to after the fact.
Come on now.
They stay doing that bullshit.
Accessory after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
You helped
Yeah.
after the crime was committed
Yeah.
in any way in which
Yeah.
you help.
Get
It's a
caught with a
crime.
stolen good. What they say?
Everything you do can be deemed criminal.
Yes.
Jaywalking, criminal.
If you buy stolen good, what's that? Accessory
Criminal.
after the fact. It's crap. It's criminal.
If you sign a contract and don't read it all the way and don't know what it say,
Mm-hmm.
that's technically criminal.
Yeah.
Because in that contract, you could be breaking, in the signing of it, it could be breaking the law. You could be agreeing to break the law.
That's true.
Raj, you got audio? Hell no. Your shit tweaking today. But yeah, Backwater, he's definitely selling slave loafs.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it? That's his new rap name. Y'all know Dage Loaf? This is slave
Like,
loaf.
Bro, come on
yeah.
now, dog. Come on, man. Hey,
Goddamn slave loaf.
Have you ever seen a bunch of people that's happy to know that they descended from slaves? I don't know nobody personally. I mean, but apparently it's really going on because they chat be having a lot of people in there talking about we was once slaves or our peoples were slaves. I mean, this shit is crazy at this point. You're allowing people to disrespect you and disrespect your bloodline. Go ahead, nephew.
That's a good point. Bruce said braiding hair in the streets is criminal. Need a license.
Yep, that's a fact.
Everything is criminal without a license. Right? Like, for example, right? Our people was motherfucking feeding their communities and doing commerce before these crackers and anything or anybody came. Then they motherfucking make a law. You understand what I'm saying? That you need a license to handle food because some cracker down the road done poison everybody.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Over there, because they was doing that shit back in the day. Poisoning people in, they go into their saloons and they're some black widow in that shit and they're poisoning everybody.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Just
you
because
gotta
they
understand what a crime is. And like who said that? Butterfly McQueen said it. If you do it, it's a crime. If they do it, right, it's justified in the name of their God. They Lord told them to do it. Lord told me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't you dare try to point out that shit, because you might like they don't, like they have specific type of ignorance on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you're talking about, good sir. I just know.
Amnesia. I mean,
Yeah,
everything comes along with them. Amnesia and everything.
collecting rainwater is criminal. How about that? Y'all continue to put things that have been deemed criminal in the chat. Let's listen to about 3 to 5 minutes of this bullshit, because that's all I can motherfucking take at one session. Let's go.
To these issues, and I appreciate the opportunity to have participated.
Thank you, brother. Anytime, my brother. But wow, very interesting, brother. Thank you. But and this is what is happening with a lot of our people. You know, we want to be classified as something. We don't want to be part of Africa. A lot of our people don't want to be part of Africa. They want to be classified as full whatever, full indigenous or What? You know, it's sad though. So anybody has anything to add?
Yeah, that was the point. That's the point I was trying to make. Respectfully, like you said. You know,
so are we Negroes or are we African American?
I don't like that term Negro. I really don't like that.
So are we Negroes?
I would be more concerned with being considered American, because if we don't know, if you don't like being called Negro, African American, Black, just classify yourself as being an American. That's just, I mean, because let me tell y'all.
Or are we colored?
No, we're not. No, everybody's colored. I don't care it is what it is, but this is the
so
problem.
Are Negroes, Africans, African Americans, colored people,
what?
are they the same people?
Say what?
Are Negroes, African Americans, colored people, Black people, are they the same people or are they different people?
They're all pretty much classified as the same people, brother. They're all.
But you said we didn't ever get reclassified. So we got 5 names. How are we not getting reclassified?
Who's reclassifying us today?
Okay, my great grandmother, when she grew up, they didn't call her African American. When my daddy and them grew up, they didn't call them African American.
Okay, so here's the thing. What do you prefer to be called today?
It ain't no what I prefer.
What?
Okay, so then
it ain't what I prefer. I prefer you don't call me shit.
Exactly. You say you don't prefer nothing. So what do you? I mean,
I prefer you call me, if you in my family, you call me cuz, or brother, or son. If you in my family.
So what? When you go and visit a foreign country, what do you prefer to be called? Label.
Me.
American?
Whatever
American?
my name is. Yeah, I'm from America. That's what I'm gonna say. Yes. I'm from South Alabama. I'm from America.
But the thing is, when you go visit a foreign country, people will see you as an American. You classify yourself as American.
Yeah, even an African. Even an African that you call me. If I went to Africa,
no, but your nationality. Okay, explain to me. What is your nationality?
What is my nationality?
Yeah.
I'm an American.
Exactly, and that's what you are. That's what your nationality is.
I'm not an African. African will tell you that.
Yeah, but your ancestors. I'm not African either, but that doesn't exclude my ancestors and yours either.
Yeah, my ancestors not from Africa.
Okay, they were not from Africa.
No.
Okay, where were your ancestors from?
Alabama.
No, you have ancestors before Alabama, bro.
They from Alabama.
Who were your ancestors doing before 1492?
Who did DeSoto say he fought?
No. That's not the question.
The whole slavery shit.
Who were your ancestors? Who were your archaic?
The whole slavery shit.
No, bro.
Yes,
you moved the goalposts. Who were your archaic ancestors?
You see how niggas was literally deliberately make you a slave. You see this shit? He's telling you what he know about his family, but a nigga was deliberately, even though he wasn't there, he didn't see it, but he's gonna tell you, no, your people's from Africa.
This nigga asked him, who were you archaically? I'm like, what? Like, nigga,
what?
Who were you before 1492? Like, you supposed to say, well, and this that ancestry DNA shit. Well, I was a Scottish man, like from Scotland. Like nigga.
Like, that whole part. I mean, he's gonna badger him until he say, well, I don't know for sure, but they may have came from Africa. No, sir. I can pull up and say for sure they didn't come from Africa. Go ahead, nephew.
You got what up with it?
Yeah, they drinking with my Wi-Fi connect, man. I had to go 5 miles up the road to connect to my people there. Fuck AC.
You got some Nigerian Wi-Fi?
Nah, goddamn new millennium shit, goddamn.
That's Countrified Wi-Fi.
Countrified Wi-Fi.
Okay.
That motherfucker move slow motion, goddamn. They move slow in the country.
Nah, when it rained, everything shut down.
Yeah, it's slow in the city because mine ain't worth shit.
So we still on the moon and the sun or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Brendan, look up quantum entanglement. All right, if you can look up quantum entanglement. You ever hear
I
the
can't get on my
saying?
computer, nothing. My computer, that's why I said my Wi-Fi fucked up too. It ain't
Oh
letting me
yeah,
connect.
yeah, you got some
Yeah,
Zumba waves in
something,
the sky.
something was going on with YouTube yesterday too. Like they got sent out a message said they having some issues, some shit, and my fucking website has been fucked up forever now. And the people telling me they don't know what's going on. So it must be some shit with the solar goddamn the something nigga that the goddamn they done fucked up something. Or they just cut the button off and blame it on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, more than likely. But check it. You ever hear the saying? If there's a cat in the box, is the cat dead or the cat alive? How would you tell?
Say that again.
Quantum entanglement. It's called
Quantum.
quantum entanglement. So
I
the,
didn't.
the cat would be both dead and alive,
Oh, okay.
right? So it'd be in two places at the same time, two um 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 quantum energies occupying the same space at the same time in a time reference. So you can see the moon and the sun at the same time as they supposedly be able to see the sun and the moon on the next side of the planet. Now think on it like this: the Earth supposedly be circling, rotating 1,000 miles at 24 hours a day to make a complete circle, 1,000 miles an hour. Then it's supposed to go around, make a complete circle around the sun for a whole year. Takes a year to go circle around the sun. So at what point, if you on one side of the sun and you go on the other side of the sun, when do the shadow change its directions on Earth? When do the sun ever go from east to west? So how is the sun going? How is the sun? How are we circling around the sun when at some point we must be on the opposite side of the sun and it must shine on the opposite side of the Earth? Correct?
But see, that's how they got this Earth. I mean, this globe shit. This is what got us
Right.
stuck on the globe.
Well,
You know.
they fuck up your head with the quantum
Mm-hmm.
entanglement. It's science, man. Science. They throw science at us to get us out of our natural state and put a whole different spectrum in front of us. Now we're looking dummy because we can't explain the shit they come up with.
Yeah,
We
they
try to.
can't even explain it.
No. So they go and that's why he's showing you. They go and say it's a quantum entanglement. If a cat in a box, is the cat dead or alive? You can't touch the box. You can't shake the box. You can't do nothing to the box. But the cat is both dead and alive. Make that make sense? Because the
And
cat,
it still goes back to the box. Everything is in the
the box,
box.
in the box, in the box.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Don't let these people thief your head. That might wanted to show my new blessing, my new grandson come out. Boy, if I show y'all him, ooh-wee. Wait, we'll be on tomorrow for the giveaway, Cash Friday giveaway.
Yes.
You already know the 9 for 9 is in full effect. What the fuck did I say? Oh, 2 more donations for locking our second giveaway. God damn it. So so basically quantum entanglement is why we're able to observe the phenomenon of the sun and the moon in different places, even though mathematically and scientifically, as they show it, pretty much it's not mathematically possible.
Facts.
Hold on real quick. Let me okay, so I'm back to today's show. We got 149 people in the building. What them lights looking like? I feel like y'all niggas playing. Let me check my shit.
We're gonna call it back to the fuckery and foolishness.
That is, I mean, what would we be doing? Like, think about it like this, Auntie. When we first started doing this shit, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
so many motherfucking Pan Africans around. Like, you
Yes.
could eat for years and never motherfucking goddamn like be full. And that's what we did. We have eaten and eaten and eaten and
Mm-hmm.
eat. And now, you know, the buffet ain't as big as it used to be.
It ain't.
Like,
I mean, very little bush meat. No vegetables. Only fufu on the table now. Yeah, we didn't clear the motherfucking table. We got a little bit more to go, but we definitely done cleared the table.
we got 153 people in the building and only 113 likes. I'd appreciate it.
That's
40 of
my
y'all.
birthday.
40 of
315
y'all.
manifestation. I keep seeing it every day. That means manifestation. 315. Y'all play that. Play that. It's
I'm gonna play
manifestation.
that tonight.
Yep. Wait a minute.
315.
Yep.
I'm gonna play that
Manifestation.
tonight. 315. Damn it. Yeah. These likes is looking crazy. I'm gonna need about 40 of y'all to bang the like button. I'm gonna need 2 of y'all to support the goddamn channel and lock in that second giveaway. And let's continue with today's fuckery and foolishness.
That we've been reclassified. So
Okay, who reclassified? I mean,
stupid dumb argument to even keep going around in a circle with
who reclassified us?
the government.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it the government or was it just people outside of the government? Because I've never heard of the government reclassifying us. Walt Disney.
Has this motherfucker never heard of a census? Like, what the fuck did you just say?
I can't even believe he said that.
Like, nigga.
What? Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man. Hey, bro, come on.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it the government or was it just people outside of the government? Because I've never heard of the government reclassifying us. Walt, did you mean, are you going based on it?
And I never heard of us.
Walt, did you mean, are you going heard of the government reclassifying?
Yeah.
Was it the government or was it just people outside of the government? Because I've never heard of the government reclassifying.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
And I never heard of us leading a protest saying, call us Negroes. I never heard us leading a protest, call us Black, call us African American. I never heard a protest of that.
So there are Black people that live in Europe, right? There are European Blacks who live in, they're called Blacks, they're called Black European Jamaican, they're European, whatever they are, European Black Africans that live in, and they don't seem to have that problem with their, I don't think they really seem to have a problem with their racial issues like we do over here in the Americas. Why is
Africa
that?
don't have nothing to do with us.
No, we're not talking about Africa. I'm talking about Europe.
Europe don't have nothing to do with us. We're not
Right.
European.
Okay, but why do we have this so-called racial issue? This racial issue.
Why you think?
Actually, I don't know, because you know what? I do know. You know, actually, I'm actually a child of the '60s. I come up during the time of right out of the time of segregated schools. So like you said, you know, when you live in certain places where it was segregated, I went to all segregated schools too. I live in an all segregated community. Matter of fact, I live in a historic Black community here in Oklahoma City. I live in a very, very nice historic Black community. But the thing is with our people, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said years ago, the Black man don't know who he is. So therefore he will identify himself with anyone and everything except himself.
Like, yo, like, let's get to this shit, yo. Let's get to this shit. First of all, shout out to OG Wilmore Reed, and also shout out to Roy D for sending in a donation. That locked in our second 9 for 9. Make sure y'all bang that like button, share the video out. 9 for 9 is in full effect for every 9 donations or $9 or more. We will do a giveaway tomorrow. Make sure y'all support the channel, support the brand. Also consider becoming a subscriber. We are on our way to 100 subscribers to the website.
Once we hit 100 subscribers to the website, we're gonna start doing all types of exclusive shit for y'all. But as we grow and build, I definitely have some more incentives. You know what I'm saying? For all those who are subscribed to the website. Shout out to the DVD Army. Shout out to the subscribers of DVD Store.shop. Let's continue. Oh wait, I wanted to
Let
address
me
that
say this.
bullshit. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Auntie.
go ahead. I mean, he's like, have you ever been with somebody they just down and out, and they're telling you that they don't feel like living no more, and instead of motherfucking encouraging you not to feel that way, don't do nothing to you. So he'll give you 9 motherfucking reasons why you should go on and end it.
Like, man, just stop threatening me and shit. Just do the shit. You ever
Yeah,
had
just do the
somebody
shit.
who just want to be motherfucking all goddamn down and shit, but they
Yeah.
really ain't about that shit, nigga? Be like, fuck here, nigga, take the gun, motherfucker, because you
Yeah.
pissing me off at this point. Like,
He done gave you all the reasons that we didn't ask to be called black. We didn't ask to be called African American. Like he said, we didn't protest for none of this shit. And then this dumbass nigga come and say, who did it? What? I mean, that's that side eye. Did this nigga just really say that shit? I can't have a conversation with people like this. I can't. Go ahead, nephew.
Like you said, you know, when you lived in certain places where it was segregated, I went to all segregated school too. I lived in an all segregated community. Matter of fact, I live in a historic black community here in Oklahoma City. I live in a very, very nice historic black community. But the thing is with our people, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said years ago, the black man don't know who he is. So therefore,
oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like, just because a nigga said some shit back then, and it was prolific to a certain amount of niggas, like, that don't make it true. Like, let's be clear.
Exactly.
What it's starting to sound like is that the American Aboriginal, Black American, whatever the fuck you call it around these days, right? It seems they have been infiltrated, right? Not only by what we know is the Cabbage Patch Clan, Caucasoid, but also these Cabbage Patch orphan trained niggas. Okay, what you
Don't
find?
the children of the corn.
Well, check this out. Check this out. The orphan trained niggas have the same reality as the orphan trained Cabbage Patch motherfucker. They don't have an origin, right? Like
Big facts.
they come a stork dropped them off. So when a stork drop you off, you know you need an ideology or not an indoctrination. You just came from the wilderness, nigga. Like you don't know nothing about what's going on, right? But if you adopt an ideology by a charismatic leader who speaks so very well and who talk for you shit, well then you can hide under the guise of said organization, and I think that's what's been taking place. Because for a motherfucker to tell you you don't know who you is, right? That means you just an orphan trained child, or I guess slavery done whooped you into goddamn amnesia. Because I ain't never known nobody. I don't know too many people who don't know or have some inclination of who the fuck they are. I don't know too many who they came from, what they went through. Like I don't know many people who just don't know who they are and who wasn't given a birthright, who wasn't given a purpose, who wasn't bestowed with a certain gift and
Big
all that.
facts.
I don't know any of these niggas. Like,
therefore, he will identify himself with anyone and everything except himself. Now, with this reclassification, that a lot of people claim that we were reclassified as Negro from indigenous Americans. We were not. We were not reclassified in other states. It's like this Walter Plecker bullshit from 1924 to 1967, which was overturned, deemed unconstitutional. That it was overturned in 1967. Now, with
nigga.
So it didn't happen all the way up until then?
Like nigga, do you know what you're saying? Like, what the fuck?
And printed in their head and their character and their actions. Come on, dude. Get the fuck out of here with these guys.
I mean, I could go pull some sister records of my own family that they did it to, and you could blatantly see that they wrote over their nationality still today. I can show you when my people have been white, mulatto, now they damn Negro, colored, and black. Now, how did that happen to the same fucking people? This nigga here, no new friends, no new.
That being said, you were saying that we come from the Mississippian culture of people. Historically, there's nobody to this day. There's no single human being that is genetically linked to the Mississippian culture of people.
So all of
Bullshit. A bullshit?
There are tribes. There's nobody to this day. There's no single human being that is genetically linked to the Mississippian culture.
Bro, how many family members you have?
Man, on what side?
Either side, on any side.
If I had to guesstimate, I got like 300 to 400 cousins on my daddy's side that I can like touch, probably.
Mm-hmm. So one of them, just one, maybe go and marry a Scottish, Irish type, Iberian looking fucker. Go and have babies on it. So your whole bloodline fuck up.
I mean, it's like they cut it off from there. When they did it, you're no longer a part of the mound builders.
You know what's crazy though? When the Mayans mixed with the cracker and made these little mulattoes, they understand that shit, right? Like they that's why they call them YT presenting. Yes.
But that's where life turned just on that one moment, that one person. Everything is guided off of that one thing. Everyone
Right.
else,
Because that's the point in time in which the culture was usurped. A lot of times that's that Trojan horse. If we can get one tasty motherfucker, right, for you to accept one, you know what I'm saying? From that point on, the history will write itself, nigga. You all gonna be white. You all practice about the next 100 years.
It's funny how everywhere there was niggas, those people no longer exist anymore. Then now what it was, those niggas died out, and we went and got a fresh new niggas to replace them.
But listen, one drop of African blood makes you an African, right?
Yeah.
But one drop of cracker blood don't make you a cracker. What? One drop of Native American blood don't make you a Native American.
but you had this zesty dude up there the other day. He said, oh yeah, all of our people were raped by white slave owners to make
oh God,
to make more slave baby for free. I said, okay. So one woman catch a white man. Every other nigga in the field is half white. No,
the babies. I mean,
Naughty.
you could barely appropriate with them today. So I don't even know where they got that lie from.
It's
really sad.
This is all I have to say to that zesty.
I just say you got to be real with me. What's so fake about being a homosexual? I'm just saying you got to be real. Adam, if you're a homo, you got to tell me, like, because if you my friend, bro, you just going to be real, folks. Me being friends with Remo, I would assume you what's the opposite of homosexual? Heterosexual. I would assume his ass is a homosexual. And he different. So if he was not a homosexual. You got to say heterosexual. A heterosexual. So if he was a heterosexuals, bro, I'm going to assume that you a heterosexuals and bro a heterosexuals too. I'm already a heterosexual. So I'm assuming everybody who hangs with me is a heterosexuals, bro. If you
Aboriginal TV, that's one of them niggas. That nigga GEECHEE is a motherfucker. I get up, try and start my day. Here come this motherfucker saying the Gullah GEECHEE is Indians, nigga. Then he actually shows how the shit we think is African is actually indigenous. Who is this nigga? Can I eat my eggs? TV, that's one of them niggas. That nigga GEECHEE is a motherfucker. I get up, try and start my day.
Brothers, may I speak?
Sure.
Go ahead.
What I'm getting, what the brother said. He's not a young brother. I'm 46. He's 50. I'm kind of confused because documentation, what the brother's saying, and I think the other gentleman's trying to really play on his intelligence. Documentation and history has written a narrative to disclaim certain people. And what the brother is doing, he was trying to explain, is folk tales. That is the true history. Who else can tell one story beside the elders? If that brother has no elder history, folk tales, or no type of lure that connects his people to Africa, how can you sit here and try to disclaim him? I want to read something that comes from a book and an article that talks about the African or the Negro. This is called The Negro Has Returned. Return of the colored people to the dark continent on to material progress made by them. It is announced. This is Kansas City, Missouri. Disfranchise a Negro and send him back to Africa? Question mark. Absurd. Impossible. More than $1 billion worth of United States real estate, which is owned in his own name in the United States, is not easily to be taken from him. Besides, the Negro is not an African. He is an American. African is a African. Let me finish, brother. African is a misnomer. Why try to send him to a country which is not of his own? If can I finish, brother? Brother, can I finish? Can I finish, brother? Because you elders are very rude. You elders are rude. Y'all are rude. Let me finish, brother. Let me finish.
You know what? You're trying to dominate this live, bro.
No, I'm not, brother. I asked to speak, and then you won't let me finish my statement.
I mean, what? Just because I interjected, don't mean that I won't let you speak. I'm just asking you a question. Who's trying to go back to Africa? Nobody's trying to go back to Africa.
I didn't say that either.
Okay.
What I was just trying to prove that what you were saying when the brother says he want to be called whatever his name is, Tyrone, whatever, then you only went back to say that he is American. I hear a lot of contradiction between you two gentlemen, trying to deny.
What do you classify yourself as?
Oh, I know my ancestry. I know that.
What do you classify yourself as today?
American.
My last name.
American.
Exactly. You're American. So what? What's the point of all this?
What is the problem? What is the problem?
Nobody's trying to go back to Africa. The fact is, what I'm saying to y'all, you have African ancestral DNA. That's the first and foremost.
You can't prove that.
So then, where are you from then?
I'm from America, brother.
No. Where's your DNA then? Take a DNA. Let me show you your DNA. Show me your DNA. That your DNA stems from the Americans.
Yeah.
I've never seen that with no African American, no black person.
Brother, so this is what I want to ask you.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to mute you for a second. Show me a DNA of any one of y'all's DNA that stems from the continent. In the interior of the Americas to this day. I would love to see that. I would love to see any one of y'all. I would love to see that.
So what we're gonna do? Dig up some bones?
No, I'm talking about your DNA, brother. Yeah, and bones. Hey, archaeological evidence. Yeah, I mean, hey, show us something. Show us something that you have archaic and lithic ancestors here.
Well, AB,
me standing on my own land that I stood.
No, I'm talking about really. So these black people were archaic black people here before 1492.
Yeah,
brother, what sample are we going to use?
No sample.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, show me something. Okay, this lady, her name was Dr. Iana.
There you go. I asked a simple question.
Hold on. Her name is Dr. Iana. She's a black archaeologist, one of the most world-renowned black archaeologists today. She has never came to that conclusion. Not even Roland Dixon, John Wesley, black archaeologists, never have came to these conclusions. Now, wouldn't you think that these black archaeologists would have made these conclusions? Show me. Show me that these people made these conclusions to this day, historically. I would love to see that.
Well, we got 3,000 inventions on this land. What you talking about?
I'm not talking about the inventions, brother. I'm talking about the archaic.
So how did slaves invent shit?
No.
We couldn't read.
You all keep moving the goalposts. We're talking about your archaic ancestors, brother.
Brother. They say that the first.
Y'all know what archaic ancestors?
Yes. Let me speak, brother. Can I say something?
The goalpost, brother.
No, can I say something? I'm about to kick a field goal. If they say that archaeologists have said that the oldest bones found are in Africa, that means that Europeans, Asians, Chinese, every ethnic group is from Africa. And I dare you to tell every ethnic group that they're from Africa.
Okay, well, tell me something. You know who was the oldest? Can you tell me what the oldest archaic human?
Lord, boy,
Tell me what was the oldest archaic human that was discovered here in North America? Do you know who that is?
You tell me.
Arlington Springs man. Was he black?
What color was he?
What color was he?
He was actually indigenous.
What color is indigenous?
Indigenous means he's melanin. He's dark. He's not dark.
See, there you go. Okay, now you go. Now see, like the brother was trying to say earlier. Now you see contradictions yourself. You're contradicting yourself. You're contradicting yourself. You got the right one.
Dark don't mean he's black.
Hey, Dean, what? Dean, just one issue at a time. District, I need for you to mute up. Just one issue at a time. The gentleman made a claim, and here I'm going to offer.
Here come this
like he got
a whole ass nigga, fuck ass. Old, like I don't got no respect for you old niggas who goddamn fuck shit. I'm telling you, I don't.
Check this out. So if you're gonna do scientific study, right, and you're gonna try to identify any biological organism from a specific area, wouldn't you compare it to other biological environmental life in that area, like say plants or fruit or vegetable, or you understand, like you will find, because that's what that natural habitat would be similar to.
The organism will ultimately become one with its habitat, right? It eats, it breathes the air. It's the pH balance of the ecosystem, right? It's gonna have that same frequency.
Just to survive in that environment. If it was a lava pit, your body would naturally adapt and put in certain transistors and shields and things so you can fight out heat and come on, man, what the fuck? People don't really use their brain. It's so devastating, bro. It's so devastating.
It is.
I actually
was that many dumb people in the world.
Did y'all know that Backwater GEECHEE was caught? Goddamn, I guess he was
trying to do Kenya.
He was trying to practice for his next show or something like that. But I heard that they caught Backwater GEECHEE. Goddamn, right before. I guess he was preparing for another episode of TikTok or whatever that he do. I don't know what this nigga be doing, but they allegedly caught this nigga doing some old special shit. Hold on, let me see.
So then, what are you talking about?
Listen, we're talking. Listen, you the one talked about 1492, and we were here.
Pre-Columbian area.
Listen,
Pre-Columbian area,
brother.
How did your people get here? Answer that,
brother. We were already here.
No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You don't have no archaeological evidence of that. How the hell are you gonna say you were already here? Where? Who were your people? Who were they?
Hold up.
Who were they?
Listen,
who were they?
So did you not say? Hold up.
Explain to me, who were your people, bro?
Okay, so we had a Backwater GEECHEE sighting. He was during this live stream. Somebody caught him. He was doing this.
No, 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 no.
That must be the butt plug crew over there, the butt plug buddies over there.
That's that million dollar man crew over there.
Brother, I'm not even on a live. I'm talking on my phone. I'm listening to you guys.
I want to see who your ancestors were pre-Columbian.
I'm sitting here listening to you guys. I'm at work. I'm listening to you guys. I'm speaking.
Well,
let's you see we getting off.
Can you at least tell me
let's get back. Hold
can
up.
you at least tell me a tribe of these people who were archaic people?
Brother, the history, look, the artifact shows the old mix, Negroid features. You see what you guys want to do. You guys want to talk about you guys want to talk about documentation, and you guys don't like to talk about
yes, sir. We go on scientific facts. We go on scientific facts.
No,
brother.
Science can be obscured.
No, sir.
Hey, Dean, hold it right there. I brought up the Arlington Springs man. Bro, no, just relax.
No, you relax. You're very rude, bro. You want?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you're not bringing up evidence. You're just talking, and talk is cheap. And so you ask about Arlington Springs man. Arlington Springs man is the name given to the remains of Paleo-Indians found in 1959 on Santa Rosa Island. The remains are the oldest known human remains found in North America, dating back. Why does my phone keep doing that?
15,000 years ago, 14, 15,000?
Yeah, absolutely. Dating back 13,000 years ago. And
so, that's the Auntie Holly. Then why is my phone doing that?
That's
what you say, Auntie?
That's the Auntie Holler. Why is my phone doing that? That's the ass nigga.
You want beans?
Yeah.
You want cornbread?
Beef ass nigga. Oh, shit. What? I don't think my recorder can record them type of people on my thing. My fuck would be blank.
Yeah, put a whole virus in a nigga phone.
Phone go to acting funny and shit. Rubbing on you and shit. Put it in your back pocket is all over the place. Lord have mercy.
And what I was going to expound on was let's not deny that the so-called Negro in America has not been reclassified throughout the years. Brother, go and look it up. In 1490, let me finish.
No, I'm not going to look up anything. You're making the claim.
No.
It's your responsibility to provide evidence for your claim. Everything it is that I've said or Dean said, there's been evidence provided. What you're doing is on this rant, and you're not providing anything except for your feelings. So, bro, you can still yet just sit back. You're at work. And so
you like painting narratives.
It's okay. You're using a narrative, yet you're not providing any source. And what Dean's doing is providing us a narrative that's being source based, etc. And so therein lies the difference in what's happening here. Is there a source which you can refer us to that dates you pre-Columbus here in the U.S.? That's the only question. Is there a source that you can point to, sir? That's it. I'll mute while it is that you respond. Big Creek, if you have one, great. Or otherwise, I'm going to present the data on Alabama as well as the population of Negroes and the population of Indians over the 1800s, and then we can have that discussion. Guys, I don't know what makes you think that just because you have, absolutely, I will. Just because you have these emotional feelings, bro.
What did he say? Wait a minute. I know
that dude, like he's a pain freak, my boy. Like he just loved.
And so, at any rate, just because you have these emotional feelings, I don't need to threaten you, young man. I think that you're a little bit beside yourself. But at any rate, you have to provide evidence. That's how discussions, that's how debates, that's how life moves forward, not based on your personal interpretation. What is your interpretation based on? Did it just come out of thin air? Did you just decide one day that this is what's factual? I have no basis for it, but I'm going to if would force it on other individuals, just refer us to your source. That's all. and I'll mute and listen to your response.
Yeah.
That fucker got no gag reflex, eh?
You want to speak Alabama?
Okay.
Well, no, what I was saying, gentlemen, is this. Let's not deny that reclassification did not happen. In 1492, they were calling the Negro featured people. We're not going to get into the Meso and Plazo, but in 1492, they were calling Negro featured people Indians.
Really? I was waiting on. I was hoping he was going to provide information.
Exactly.
Hey, can I ask one real quick question?
Who was referring to? I'm sorry, Rob. Who was referring to the Negro featured people as Indians? Are you referring to Columbus by chance?
The colonials.
The colonials. Well, there were no colonials here.
Borgers, period.
Listen, I asked you a question. In 1492 is the year in which it is that Columbus sailed, and so the immediate reference is that you're referring to Columbus. And so I'm asking you, are you referring to? Dude, are you serious? Are you are unable just to sit back and let me ask my question?
1492.
And so here again, are you referring to
1492?
Dude, are you serious? You can't control yourself because you realize the push is coming. You know, are you referring to?
You're trying to paint a narrative.
The push is coming.
Bro.
All this is so sick.
What's coming?
He said the push is coming.
Oh, it's coming?
Yeah.
What that mean?
Yeah.
That's what they
Diabetic.
say. They be pushing you something. They always talk about pushing in something nasty fuckers.
So they pushing. They pushing B. They pushing Bussy. they pushing B. Goddamn it, not pushing P. They pushing B.
Like, what kind of job? Are you trying to place this dude like at a job? What kind of job could he possibly have? Who would hire him and have him working around them? Like what the fuck is he for real?
I don't know. He probably work in an office building as a lapdog. You know, I don't know.
He like what Penn tell that woman the other day? She's selling pussy over the phone.
Yes or no, and then you can.
You said this nigga a call center for goddamn.
All men's only take fuck. Yeah, he's selling pussy over the phone. He got that bussy voice.
Yeah, that's bussy boy. That's definitely bussy boy.
What, not for $4.99 a month? You could talk to Backwater GEECHEE. Tell me all about your.
How come someone ain't asked him, how come you talk like that? So Penn could burn his ass. Yeah, he's selling that bussy over the phone.
You know, he was to be around us. We were probably looking at each other saying, "What the fuck this nigga sound like this?"
This the type of nigga. We have a meeting in the front, and then we all look at each other, and we had a meeting outside of this nigga because he the nigga that can't keep no secrets or goddamn. He the nigga gonna tell everything.
Yeah.
The original meeting is about him. Period. Shit, that nigga ain't no Indian. That's a Pan African away. We gotta push him back on their side. How can we get him back over there? He can't come over here joining Weebras. No, sir.
And keep on with your narrative.
This nigga got he wears a scarf. God damn, scarves ain't safe no more.
If 1492 is what the host was referring to with meaning to Columbus, I just used the date he used.
Think about Columbus, bro.
I said the date 1492. He said Columbus. I hadn't said nothing about Columbus.
I said who were your archaic ancestors pre-Columbian before 1492?
And what I was saying earlier was let's focus on blacks. Y'all were talking about freedmen.
I was more focused on you showing evidence.
No,
because
y'all went to a place.
Yeah, me too. I want to know what your claim of us being here already in America.
Well, look, y'all went to a place that when I came in, we were talking about freedmen, and do we have indigenous connection or Indian blood? Am I correct?
Some of us do.
All right. All right, and the gentleman making the claim that his forefather, his grandparents, told him that they're not from Africa, that he's an Indian. My problem is why and what's the problem with him having that folktale from his grandparents?
That's not what his claim was, sir. His claim was that there were people that look like us that were here prior to 1492. And so if you are not able to at least get the issue clear, what's being discussed, then perhaps you should drop out. You know,
no, you guys,
no, listen. If you can't clarify what the issue is, then you're not able to argue it.
You guys keep muting. You keep muting me.
Listen, stop talking while I'm talking. If you're unable to clarify what the issue is,
You
then
know what I noticed,
have a
nephew?
discussion around it. And so
Niggas like him don't have no authority in his life at all. And see, this is the only way that he can have some type of authority. He have to get with motherfuckers around like that agrees with the bullshit, and they all get together and gang up on other motherfuckers that don't agree with the
That's
shit.
why I said, what kind of occupation could he possibly have? He can't.
I think
It's
they say
nothing.
he's into law or something. I'm not for sure, you know. To me,
Do
he
you-
look like he could
It
be
don't
undercover
sound
drag
like
queen.
it don't sound like it's no woman at that motherfucking house. That's all I'm
At
saying.
all. At all.
Nah.
Not these women. These women nowadays, man, they'll be dragging this nigga. The fuck? They'll be, man, what? Man, what?
So
I
what
will
the
pimp that
previous
bitch ass
gentleman
nigga and have him on the motherfucking corner by motherfucking sunrise.
This
With
nigga the
his
type of
bitch
nigga
ass.
they be carrying him. You know them niggas that be wearing the dog collars and be walking on all fours and
Yes.
shit. This one of them niggas.
Right there. I
He
told you
love
I'm in the
him.
wrong field, nephew.
He
I
love
gotta be.
him.
I gotta be. I need to become what they call a dominatrix, or whatever they call it. I
You
need to get in this field because I feel like my best class will be the Pan Africans. They love getting their ass whooped.
I mean, as long as you okay with your when you walk in your client doing this, getting ready for you, you know what I'm saying? It's cool.
And that would make me want to take that whip and whip his ass even more.
You just a slave master says you don't want to be a dominatrix.
Yeah,
You
this is
want
why I
to
want to be a
be a
slave master. That's what. Yeah, you're right. Now I want to be a slave master. I see a lot of unruly motherfucking slaves running around here.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine being a slave and goddamn they done called you to master's quarters and this you come in and this nigga is motherfucking
Oh. Hey, Auntie, I'm coming. Hey, sis, I'm coming. That bitch. You remember that woman on Matilda, the school teacher?
Yes.
You stepped in everything. Everything shut down.
Everything shut down when that big bitch walked in the goddamn school. They goddamn it got me on motherfucking call for this nigga.
Now remember, they say that the slave master was doing the men and the women.
I ain't doing that. I just want to be there with the whip and whip the shit out they damn ass. I mean, that's what that. I mean, I guess that's where the trauma come from because motherfucker was getting beat by whips and shit. So I
Sis,
feel like it's just my duty to continue on with the fuckery and foolishness.
no, sis, we gotta keep it indigenous. Fuck a whip. We gotta keep a extension cord in one hand and a broomstick in the other. Goddamn, crazy. We
Damn,
gotta
we
let
gonna
them.
take the joy out of beating the
We got a
motherfucker's
motherfucking
ass. Not it.
we gotta take it back to the screen. We gotta take it back to the switch, nigga. Like we gotta braided switches.
Make their ass go pick the switch.
Maybe we can whoop their ass back into the time before they was zesty. You know, whip bitches.
Yes.
Goddamn. Making them strip asshole naked and lie on their belly. Get that ass.
Shout out to Charles Waters for sending in the donation. That's our first donation on our third 9 for 9. 8 more donations of $9 or more. We'll lock in that third 9 for 9. Brightmo said, "What the hell is that on the screen?" Oh, that was Backwater GEECHEE getting ready for a TikTok battle.
Claim was simple that his lineage, his ancestors were here prior to.
He said he is delivered. I like women. I like women. Women. I like women.
Nigga being the holler, take me to the king.
You only want to see the king, nigga. Like the queen here too. Like, nah. Take me to the king.
Man, this is rapping it, Ronnie.
Said no Diddy, no Diddy.
Oh man, y'all off the chain. Way off the chain.
1492. Why 1492 is operative is that's the date in which it is that Columbus, that Europeans appeared to, based on the record, to have arrived in the New World. And so that is kind of like where the timeline starts here, etc. And so that's why the reference constantly to 1492. And since Columbus, was the individual that first arrived, then I referred to Columbus, as you mentioned, that they described Negroes. The first person here were Europeans, and it was Columbus. And Columbus didn't describe Negroes, and I'd be happy to provide that journal as well. So I'm going to mute now and make certain that you understand what the issue is that we're discussing.
Right. Yeah. And I understand what the issue is that we're discussing. And what I'm saying is, and I understand the host when they said all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Well, from my research, were it not Negro featured Europeans prior to 1492?
But how is it that we were already here? I want to see some archaeological evidence that we were already here. I want to see a museum. Do you have a museum that you could show me that we were already here? That was actually what do you call it? Something like God, I forget what they call it. A museum of not just African American museum, but some sort of archaeological evidence of a museum that these so-called black
an Aboriginal museum, something like that.
Yeah, these Aboriginals, supposed to be these inhabitants. Yeah, I want to see these black inhabitants, something, because I live in a state where we have the largest indigenous museum in the country. We have the largest indigenous American museum in the country, here in Oklahoma. I've never seen that, bro. I was a history major.
Well, whatever the fuck they taught your dumb ass,
some of
it
y'all
was
to come
all
up and
lies,
show me if we were already here in the Americas. I would love to see that you are inducted in this part of the history. If your history aligns with these Clovis and Folsom people.
The sad part is you can only be a slave when it comes to these people.
And brother, see, the thing is, and now I know we focusing on 1492, which, like I said, if you want to go back that far and try to, if we're going back that far to disclaim that Negroes in America are not Indians, or these people not full-blooded Indians, or people can't trace they back to being.
What group of Indians? What tribe of Indians are they?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Tunica. I'm from the Tunicas.
Tunicas?
Yeah.
Okay. Got that. Hold tight.
I'm from Morehouse Parish, Louisiana, off what we call the.
Are you a tribal? Show, please do. I can wait. I can wait.
Oh, that's okay. Are you a tribal member of the Tunicas? Or you just
wait? Here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. When we're going back to talking about declassifying and doing all this here.
No. I'm asking you a question, brother. Are you a member of the Tunica tribe?
Do I have paperwork, like a card or something?
No. Do you have any? Well, I mean, hey, anything that to substantiate your claim.
This is what I'm trying to get you to see. The Tunicas or the Choctaws broke off, which you guys were talking earlier, which is correct. They start calling it Chata. You start having these different acronyms after the Great Migration, when we were forced out of our homes down here in the lower South. No, so you rubbing your head, and you said you know the history. So
you know what the word Chata means?
Oh Lord, have mercy, bro.
You know what the word Chata means?
I'm gonna let I regress, because see, the thing is, you guys don't want to face the fact, like the brother's trying to say, that people have been reclassified, and we the only people, the so-called Negro in America, that has been reclassified.
You know what the word Chata?
I regress, brother.
Do you know what the word Chata means?
You're going to tell us, I'm sure.
Chata simply means Choctaw in the language. It doesn't. There's no distinction between a Choctaw and a Choctaw.
Exactly, brother. So when they broke down the 5 national tribes, brother, it's over. It's
national tribes.
Right.
National tribes.
That doesn't make any.
I'm trying to figure out his logic.
Can you bring this
Man,
up?
y'all interrupted. That doesn't. 5 national tribes doesn't make any sense to me.
Shout out to my brother Big Chief YouTube for sending in a donation, as well as my brother Big Dog Philly OG for sending in a donation. That's our second and third donations on our third 6 for 6. Let me lock that in real quick. I'm just having good memory right now, but that ain't gonna always be the case. So we there. All right. We got 180 people in the building. Let's see if we can hit 200 people today. Only way we're gonna be able to do that is if y'all bang that like button. Share the video out for me one time. Let's continue.
To me, that's what I'm trying to get you to see. The 5 national tribe concept doesn't make any sense.
National tribes, bro.
What's the name of the 5 national tribes?
We the people. Listen. Do you have paperwork that identifies you as indigenous to the Americas?
Exactly.
That's what I have. Look what it says. Pull this up, brother.
Hold on.
Pull this up. When you have paperwork that identifies you.
Thank you.
And the only reason why my last name is Gonzalez, because of my stepfather. Okay, my stepfather adopted me and gave me, my mom's name is Acuña. You see that? And when they enslaved my people to build the Spanish missions here, in San Gabriel, all throughout California, the indigenous people here were not black. They did not come from Africa. Okay, now.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna gradually. I'm gonna do it slowly, but I'm finna gradually come away from
This white boy got what they call that? Janus in the face. What they call that?
Yes, yellow jaundice.
Jaundice.
This fucking white boy got jaundice in the face. Come talking. What? Ooh, I just wanted to read through the form.
This is why I gotta get away from the fuckery and foolishness, because this type of bullshit right here with these goddamn hybrids and these motherfuckers saying that the hybrids are the original motherfuckers. I can't do. You niggas don't know history. You clearly don't know history. This is why I can't do them over there. I don't have nothing but, I mean, every time they say, I got nothing but fucking talk for them niggas. Nothing but fucking talk. They don't know history, but yet they're trying to teach history. It's called history. Tory, nigga. Oh, go ahead, nephew. I can't stand them niggas.
Well, the good thing is that, you know what I'm saying, is that I believe they say backwater GEECHEE. And I mean, it's a lot of them, man. A lot of people have been seen with these festy, man. Shout out to my brother Black Wild Indian for sending a donation. We appreciate you. That's our 4th donation on our 3rd 9 for 9. 5 more donations of $9 or more. We'll lock in a giveaway for tomorrow. Make sure y'all bang that like button, share the video out. Let's go.
There are different tribes that did, different indigenous people that did derive from Africa, but not everybody. And I didn't even know this. Like, I did my DNA and it says I descend from a long line of African males. I can pull that up too, 275,000 years ago. And you'll see it's my African males. I can pull that up too, from Africa, but not everybody. And I didn't even know this. Like, I did my DNA and it says I descend from a long line of African males. I can pull that up too, 275,000 years ago. And you'll see it's my DNA. You'll see it's my ancestry. So I have both. I have both in my DNA. And I'm proud of both. I'm proud of it. I'll tell anybody that I'm proud of that. So I don't know why people
I
would
don't.
not be proud to be from Africa.
No,
Because
no
I'm
one.
proud
I
that
don't. I don't
descend
think.
from
I
a
don't.
long line of African males.
I
and
didn't.
that's where I
No
got
one. I don't
Yeah,
think
I'll show
anyone.
it. Somebody said what? So you're African. Let me pull up my DNA. Hold on. I'll put on mute and I'll pull.
Go ahead. Well, I don't think anyone is denying about the migration from Africa. What thing is? I think the brother was focusing on our generation. Would you say great grandmother or great great grandmother never told any stories about Africa? So how can you attach yourself to something that
Because
you
all
have?
they know is that they were already here, bro. I mean, quite that.
Shout out to my brother, He Who Lightens, for sending in a donation. That is our 5th donation on our 3rd. We'll
Mic
lock
check.
that. Yes, what's up? What's up, man?
Yeah, you drop. You said that's the 5th donation on the 3rd and drop.
Oh yeah, that's the 5th donation on the 3rd giveaway. 4 more donations will lock in that 3rd giveaway. That's all I said. You heard that?
Mm-hmm. 10,
Oh,
10.
Auntie, you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I heard you.
All right, let's go.
That right there is the general rule of thumb. But let me tell you something.
Here it is. Put it on the big
screen.
screen.
Hold on. When I was growing up in Oklahoma, here in Oklahoma,
right.
My grandmother, and my grandfather never told us that we were indigenous either. My grandmother and them always told us. They always let us know that we were of Gullah people.
Abortion?
Hey,
Right.
but if the fathers carry the seeds of all the babies, why we keep trying to make all of the father's possessions or creations what the mother is? You are what your father is. That's where your
Right. I'm
estate
what my
names come
father
from.
is. You're right,
So
brother.
hold on. Another thing is I see the 75,000 years ago, and then we use the word or term Africa. 75,000 years ago, Africa wasn't even a place. Sort of like Spain was not also a place.
Come on,
it was
bro.
Al-Andalus.
America
and
wasn't
it
a
was
place either,
changed
bro.
to Spain.
America
So
wasn't a
North
place
America
either.
is all. North America has many names. So if we go Asia Major or Asia Minor, North America would be the minor side. What they call Africa.
Do you believe that
Oh
humans?
no, come on, man.
Right.
Hold on. Let me cook for hey, how you doing, guys? I'm from Illinois. I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
So my folks, we would be Sioux, Indian, and Choctaw. And then if we go deal down with my grandparents,
No, you wouldn't.
Louisiana,
No, you wouldn't.
and
Like I said,
Mississippi.
do you have the paperwork from the Bureau
Listen,
of Indian Affairs?
listen. So if
Show
I
me the
bust
paperwork.
down through
This motherfucker got meth mouth. Got the nerve to come on the goddamn trying to tell somebody with meth on your breath. Sir,
Hold
just
on.
relax.
Not only the man said and things that he come from a long line of African ancestry,
Nobody crazy.
300,000 years ago.
And Albert Perry's DNA. I mean, you can't even find DNA that old over in fucking Africa. This is what lets you know it's some bullshit.
We got 504 in the building. What's up, Woody?
Whoa, what's down with your game?
Grand Rise and Grand Rise.
Whoa, what's down in CA? What's down with it?
Hype up, big bro. Hype up.
What's up, brother? They out here.
I see him.
What's the word, man?
Over here listening to these trader motherfuckers.
Salute everybody.
Goddamn it,
Salute everybody in chat.
Somebody caught him prepping for his next fight with the abos and shit. You know what I'm saying? You see him on the screen. They said Backwater GEECHEE preparing. for you niggas. He's getting ready for you niggas. Also,
who getting ready for who?
Backwater Geek. You can't see my screen?
Yeah, I'm in the screen. I'm trying to figure out who you talking about getting ready for. Wait a goddamn minute.
This is Backwater Geechee getting ready to talk shit to you niggas. This is what he does. This is his getting ready regiment before he gets online. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly for entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? But we also heard that he was in the church.
That
you know
the
what I'm saying?
Lord tonight has set you free.
A museum.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a museum?
Turn around and tell those people.
We were already here.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I like women.
Get it.
It's not gay no more.
Oh, you from bro? My family has been registered with the Bureau of American Indian Affairs since
It's not
before they existed.
Bureau of American Indian Affairs. It's the BIA.
No, the Bureau.
And why do the BIA sound so much like the CIA? I'm just saying.
They're part of Indian Affairs, and so what we're dealing with is the management of the custodian of the United States, right? See, I got an issue with this because we be doing this thing. North America is a continent. United States would be a company sent over from Great Britain with the
are you a Moor?
colonies.
Hey, dude,
Yes,
this guy, man, he is taking and totally derailed the conversation.
No, but when I point out the fact where the 13 colonies come from, meaning they're not a North American thing, they come from somewhere else. And then when I reference the King Philip's War, what year is that taking place? Who is King Philip? Who is Metacom? Who are these men's father?
Hey, hold on, real quick. I mean, he's just dancing around. Are you? Are you from the Science Temple? Like, what kind of Moor are you? Are you from the Science Temple?
Bro, I am a private Moor. No, I only.
Whoa, so you a private Moor?
Rob Style figured out.
Right.
Rob Style.
I'm not a private Moor. I'm not a temple Moor.
Wait a minute. He said he was a private Moor, like he was in the military.
You got a whole temple. Hold on, bro. You got a whole.
You got to know the difference between public and private, brother.
You got the #1 temple, and then you chose to be a private Moor? What are you talking about right now? You got a whole temple. It's the #1 temple in Chicago.
And they laughing.
So you're an internet Moor, right?
A private Moor.
God dang, man.
Wait a minute. They called him an internet
brother,
Moor.
How does this happen?
Rob?
Yeah.
Internet.
They call him an internet Moor. That's disrespectful.
Dang, man.
I wonder what. Hey, brother.
How does this?
With they motherfucking $5 African internet asses.
Dude, this nigga got on corduroy. God damn.
Did you see? But wait, did you see the one when his cousin came and they exposed him yesterday?
No, nigga, I don't be watching all.
No, nigga, it got shared to me, not shared to you. His cousin came in that bitch as a female. They share the same ancestor. Came in that bitch and exposed him yesterday. Nigga, he had mute the girl and put her out the live.
Dean? You talking about Dean?
Yes.
Oh, we already know his goddamn bean pie head ass is goddamn working for them people.
It's unfortunate, Rob. Yeah, it's
Rob Style figured him out already. Rob Style got him good. Rob Style figured him out. I couldn't figure it out. Goddamn, Rob.
Figure that out real quick. I was trying to figure out where he was going. I had no idea. I was like on a roller coaster. Like, what the hell is he talking about?
Rob Style figured him out quick.
He's about to start telling you it's a corporation. You got to do your LLCs and all this other stuff.
Oh, not that kind of.
He's going to tell you all that stuff that don't make no sense.
Wow.
And then they're going to tell you, and look, this is the thing about the internet Moor stuff, right? The thing they don't tell you is that whole ideology is from a white supremacist organization. That's who had it first. And then they infiltrated the Moor Science Temple. When they split off, they infiltrated them, and then now they taking that stuff and running with it.
Wow. Yeah. Wow,
but I just got a question though, real quick, for we the people. Hey, let me ask you a question, because I was trying to send some message up there because I couldn't get up, so I'm at work real quick, but I don't want to take a break. But that first document that you was reading, right? The one of the Negro billions, right? Was that you that was reading that?
Reading what document, bro?
The one that says Negro millions or billions?
No, I was reading about the Negro race returns.
Yeah, it's actually called Negro Billions. It's actually in the newspaper, the Kentucky newspaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you this: do you know what the AME Church is?
Yeah, African American Episcopal.
Okay, so are they African? Like descendancy from there?
Nah. I mean, when you talk about the church, if you talk about religion, bro, which I don't like to talk about.
No. It's not about religion. I'm talking about where it was founded. Like the AME Church was founded with the principles that we came from Africa and stuff like that. Correct?
But yeah, that's what they based the church principles up on. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know what you were reading was from someone from the AME Church?
First and
Right.
foremost,
That's what.
cannot own land here. Now, why is this nigga lying? Foreigners cannot own land on this motherfucker. They can build on this bitch, but they can't motherfucking own it.
And I keep telling everyone, period.
Yeah.
The census, them 1700 and all of them census coming up into the 1800s was done by churches. They was done by the members of the churches. For you to become a member of the church, you had to take on the birth of Christ, the new birth, which was going to place your ass either up under the AME, the Catholic, or the Baptist, or the Christian. What the fuck going on? We ain't understanding how the program was being orchestrated in this time. People act like the government was just one government, the same government all the time. No, they had to work through
the goddamn AME Church is not a part of what is called the Methodist Episcopal faction and shit. Like, they're not a part of that shit. Like, at all. They just got the name. Let me pull this shit.
I believe the name started in Jamaica, bro. I believe the Africans came in Jamaica, bro, and built up colonies and every little area. And everyone that came in that area and learned from the church and learned the educational system became an African. This even how the Pan-African first got started by your boy, forget his goddamn name. I can't remember the guy's name. But he born in Barbados. His mother was an Indian. His mother and father was an Indian. They just took him from Barbados, moved him to Jamaica, and raised him in an African community, African church. It was all white. It was all a white area. Africans. And the man gone and created Pan-Africanism behind that. People don't know their own damn history.
Who, Marcus Garvey?
No goddamn.
Hold on. So, the African Methodist Episcopal Church, usually called the AME Church, is a Methodist black church, right? It adheres to Wesleyan Armenian theology.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Rob.
And has a connectional polity. The first independent Protestant denomination to be founded by who? Black people. AME welcomes and has members of all ethnicities. The AME Church was founded by Richard Allen. That's what it says here, right?
Okay.
Damn, nigga, what you smoking over there? You make me want to smoke, nigga. Smoke shit sounding like that. So when I go here, hold on. Let me see. I just had it up. Oh, okay. All right. So it was founded by Richard Allen. We know about Richard Allen.
when he called together 5 African American congregations of previously established Methodist Episcopal churches. Now, I ain't the smartest man in the world, okay? Okay? But it says that he founded, okay? And we know when we see that word founded in any other motherfucking context, right? That usually means exactly what it says. The nigga found the shit, right?
That part. Meaning it was
So it's-
already there. And a
And-
nigga
and
went
they-
to try to claim somebody else's shit.
And this is how you know that it was already there. They tell you in the next sentence. They say he founded it, right, in 1816 when he called together 5 African American congregations of the previously established Methodist Episcopal Church. Okay, so he already pulled together congregations that was already meeting, and they wasn't African, right? They were Methodist Episcopal churches, okay? Then he called the congregation in 1816 and founded it and added the African to it. Is that not what it say? Anywho, it was among the first denominations in the United States to be founded for the reasons rather than theological distinctions. AME has persistently advocated for the civil and human rights of African Americans through social improvement, religious autonomy, and political engagement, while always being open to people of all racial backgrounds. But it's African. Let's come down a little bit. The AME Church has currently 20 districts, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, I didn't know churches had districts, but I did. Because, you know, the Pope and the Cardinals and all of them niggas got a district, right? And they rule over and shit like that. So I guess I did know, right? It has 20 districts, each with its own bishop. 13 are based in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. 13. Come on, man. 13 bishops for the AME Church.
Yes,
mostly.
magic.
Huh?
No cap. No cap AB. When I was growing up in the city, dog, growing up in New Orleans, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I was a church thumper back then, you hear me? And I used to see multiple fucking churches that say AME bow in New Orleans, bro. Like for real. They had a church on damn near every other corner in the city.
That's a takeover. See, your people, like at a certain point, it was the play to create a church to preserve and protect your land. So your people create a church, and it's still that play today, by the way. So your people create a church, and then they put all the names in the Bible, you know, like the family Bible and shit. What is that? Right. That's a registration process, nigga. That's a establishment of estates and shit. And through the church, you can get what they call it, tax. What is it? Tax what?
Tax exempt.
Tax exempt. Thank you. I'm having a stupid moment right
And then
and
that's
all
a census count to the people.
I ain't hear you, Naughty. Go ahead.
Say that's a census count also. A census count.
Right, because your members will ultimately sign up, right? You'll have the data of your members in which you will report back to your district. Okay? Your district is going to report back to Rome or to DC, who is going to report back to Rome. Go ahead. Somebody was saying.
So that's what that when you go to church, to be like for all the loot, for all the first timers, fill out the little form inside the pamphlet and say,
right. You can never just come into church and praise the Lord without having to stand up in front of every fucking body and be like, "Hi, my name is App TV. I came from the North Carolina, and we just here visiting our church family."
Wow. It goes a lot deeper now. No, when you get baptized, This is the only way you can actually become a United States citizen. You have to be
Wait a
baptized.
goddamn minute.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be baptized in the new.
And I returned my goddamn baptism paper.
See, this baptism paper, it holds a lot of weight with the government. Even when you go and do your paperwork, you need that baptism record to show that you are being in a hostile convenience under the church.
What I'm asking though, can I rescind it, bitch? I know my church no longer exists, but won't they have the records though? The government?
The government. Think about it like this, Auntie. If a company go out of business, or if another company buys another company and put it out of business, don't they get to take all of their shit after they buy them out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's all. Go ahead.
No,
I got baptized. I ain't never received those certificates or none of that shit. So mine don't count.
Yeah, you don't. Church receives it. The Vatican,
and they create a bond. They create a straw man.
Yep. This is why you have to take over the straw man and separate yourself from that straw man. Let that straw man stand on its own 2 feet under a corporation, and you just control it. Don't claim the straw man, because the straw man is the beast. It belonged to Rome. Render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
We got 205 people in the building. Bang that like button. Share the video out. If you enjoyed today's stream, consider supporting the channel. 9 for 9 is in full effect. For every 9 donations of $9 or more, we will do a giveaway. What's up, man?
I learned something new today.
What you learned today, Trop?
No, for real, about this church shit today. I knew it was like a scam, like type shit. Like it's like I always looked at church when I found the truth out. I looked at church like a hustle too. At the same time, it's like you scratch my back, I scratch your back type game.
The christening. When you get your foreskin taken off a male, when you get your when the doctor cut your foreskin off, that's being recorded as a christening. So if you haven't been baptized with the church, you've been baptized to the hospital when they take off the foreskin of your son's private area.
Wait, the what now?
All right, so you know how when you go and pay for your child, when you have a male child and you have to wait after a couple of days or wait after a certain time period for them to come cut off the what they call it? Circumcised. Yeah, the circumcision is a Christian. Circumcision in itself is a Christian. So if you don't baptize, if you're not a church going person and take your child to baptism, they still do the christening baptism when they give them the circumcision.
Well, that's one thing that I am happy that the Lord has bestowed upon thee. God damn.
Won't he fucking do it?
Won't he do it?
Y'all bet you goddamn.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's all a scam. All a scam to pull you up under there.
No baptism records and no other records. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? So check it out. There's 20 districts in America. 13 in the U.S., right? Mostly in the South, while 7 are based in Africa. So there's the African Methodist Episcopal. I wonder where those 7 churches, what do y'all think those 7 churches could be in Africa?
West Africa?
That's a guess, you know. But you think it would be anywhere where they sent niggas?
Of course.
Libya.
It says the global membership of the AME is around 2.5 million members, and it remains one of the largest Methodist denominations in the world. A lot of you niggas is Methodists and didn't even know it. A little bit. The AME Church was created and organized by people of African descent, most descended from enslaved Africans taken to the Americas. As a response to being officially discriminated against by white congregates in the Methodist Church, the church was not founded in Africa, nor is it exclusively for people of African descent. But it's called African Methodist. It's African.
That's a big ass contradiction.
Did you see it say African though, right? They call it African Methodist. That's all that matters. They call it African.
It's in the name.
It's in the name. It's right. It's in the name, right? But once again, the church was not founded in Africa, nor was it exclusive for people of African descent. Well, goddamn. If that's the case, is it really African? Methodist Episcopal?
No.
I don't know. Like, is it African Methodist Episcopal? Is everybody in there white? I'm just saying. I don't know. So it is open and welcoming to people of all ethnic groups, origins, nationalities, and colors, although its congregations are predominantly made up of Black Americans. The church's roots are in the Methodist Church. Members of St. George's Methodist Church left congregation when faced with racial discrimination, but continued with Methodist doctrine and the order of worship. So it's like these niggas was practicing some shit. Then some crackers came in, and then they got kind of like left out type shit. Like, right, like they got kicked out, like they got kicked out the tribe type shit. Shout out to Sopdet for sending in the donation. Let me lock that donation in real quick. Keep my shit together.
Man, this is crazy, bro. The hustle is real.
Yeah, you see it, right? Out there.
Because the reason why I said because
39 for 9 game. Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
You good, brother. You good, brother. I was saying because I used to go to church and the epistle was in the name of the church I used to go to. Methodist and epistle.
But you didn't know what neither one of them was.
But see, the apostolic, that's the same thing. The Jehovah Witness is all part of the same congregation. It just broke off from the branch of the Methodist Church line. All of these churches we claim to be carrying in is off of this line.
So it goes on to say the AME Church operates under an episcopal form of church government. Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, goddammit.
Don't do it.
Let's talk about it. Because y'all niggas seem to think that this shit is a game. And it ain't enough niggas who just understand this shit to be able to break it down. You know what I'm saying? For niggas to really get the full spectrum, the micro, the macro, or the in-between. You know what I'm saying? It's sophisticated. But this is what they said the Portuguese and the Spanish did when they came in with the Indians. First thing you gonna do with the first wave that you gonna send out in a military operation is your scouters, nigga. Okay? You're gonna send out recon. Anybody know what that is? Right? For nigga terms, that means you go send niggas who real sneaky and shit to go and observe the landscape of the potential target of the mission in which you about to go and try to accomplish, okay? You send recon out, right?
Drop the link out.
When you send out recon, right, when it comes on the other side, it comes as the form of missionaries, okay? Have you ever heard that term before?
Uh-huh.
Now, a missionary does what exactly?
Mission to save the people.
So
gather information and send it back to.
Mm-hmm.
So on one form of facet in which when they talking about the Indians of America, right? And how the Spanish and Portuguese came and started setting up what? Missions, right? Missionaries set up missions. What is a mission? Well, a mission is an actual task that needs to be accomplished, right? Like a goal, like it's a mission, right? So, a missionary. There's two definitions of missionary, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's not just always about spreading the good Lord's word, right? But that's how they give it to you, right? So let me pull up the etymology of missionary real quick. Matter of fact, this gonna be a good build. I like when the builds come out organically like this.
Yeah, and I want the people them to take focus of it at ecclesiastic policy.
Somebody got a crazy background. Is that you, 504? Let me see. Put your background, what you call it on. Let me see. Is everybody shit on? I can't even edit your shit. You on mute, nigga. I can't edit y'all nigga shit when y'all on mute.
Well, there you go, bro.
Hold on.
I think, am I clear?
You clear, auntie.
Okay.
Let me adjust. I think that's 504. Hold on. Just stay right there, 504. Let me see if I can. All right.
You know,
what about now?
504 lived down there by a lot of Nigerians. She lived down there by a lot.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah.
You in Nigeria?
Yeah, bro. I'm in Nigeria, and my Wi-Fi is in Ghana.
All right, so I want everyone to pay close attention to the ecclesiastical part of the situation and know that this is the laws that you're up under. And ever since they came in with that the black law on the I keep mentioning it. I forget it again. It originated in 1780 something, and then hit again in Louisiana. It was against the practice of Judaism, and they produced it on our people. It was even pushed back even from a time of 1300, trying to develop our practices up under the ecclesiastic law, which is the law of Solomon, or let's say the law of Moses. But pay close attention to that word. Go ahead, Maestro.
I'm over here looking up shit and pulling shit up so I can bring this thing home for y'all. We got 200 people in the building. It's been a while since we've hit 200. I appreciate y'all present. So I'm gonna make sure we do our motherfucking thug thizzle real quick. Let me share this to myself. So a missionary, right? Hold on. So we've already established that these churches, they have governments, right? We just read about a church government. We didn't get into it all the way yet. But it led us to the mission, right? What's the mission? And who ultimately is working towards the mission? Like I was just explaining, your first line to send out is your scouts, your recon. That's your missionary, right? So, hold on, let me pull this next thing up just so it's ready. So, a missionary is a member of a religious group, right, that is sent into an area in order to promote its faith or provide services to people, such as, what's the first thing they want to provide for you? They want to provide education, right? Which we understand means to rear animal, to train an animal, right? They also want to make sure you can read. Why do they want to make sure that you can read, right? Because they want to make sure that everybody has a unified, indoctrinated understanding, right? And if you can't read, then you can't get on the same page with all these other indoctrinated motherfuckers who learn how to read. Now you remember they say we couldn't read. That's what they used to say. We couldn't read, right?
Not only that.
Listen to that bar. They said we couldn't read, right? Go ahead now.
Not only that, it takes the liability away from you.
A nephew, it says we were prohibited to read. So in other words, you could read. They didn't want your ass to read because then you'll know what the hell they doing when they passing these acts, codes, and policies.
Right, they changing the history. They don't want you to, they changing the history the whole time. They say they didn't want you to read. They revising the fuck out there.
Yep.
So a missionary goes into a country to promote its faith. Why would it do that? Because they're just good, loving people. Their God just wants everybody on the planet to know their God and to bow down to their God, right?
Bullshit.
Well, it does say in the year of our Lord.
Huh?
They bullshit. Not our Lord, but their Lord.
So they come to provide education, literacy, social justice, healthcare, and economic development. Right? By the way, this is in Papua New Guinea. In Latin translation of the Bible, Jesus Christ says the word when he sends the disciples into areas and commands them to preach the gospel in his name. The term is most commonly used in reference to Christian mission, but it can also be used in reference to any creed or ideology. So a missionary can come from anything, right? Once again, it's someone who seeks to promote their faith.
Okay. This is what fucking it up. This the whole thing right here. We got to take these words and rearrange these words so that people can get a fullness, because when they see religion and faith-based, it takes them into a spiritual essence, because we are a spiritual guided people. So we're being, that the words are the symbols being put in front of us to keep us in a mesmerized state and not really seeing what's being put in front of us. So let's take out the words religion and faith and install the words doctrine and law, or something more relative to the facts that's in front of us, that's being presented. Because as you're reading, I'm seeing the whole vibe in a whole different sense, but the people are not gonna really see it in that sense. Like, take for instance, when Jesus was teaching his disciples to go and teach the word, this is a state of a new policy. And when it says you got to have your papers, and you got to be born again, and you got to be in birth, or you got to have your papers when you cross over into the afterlife, it's all in reference of the governing system, how you're born and how you're born dead, and all these is in this relevant in this specification, but we're not identifying it in that matter because they're deep in our head with the symbols of these words that they're educated us with in a spiritual base form. You understand what I say? So if we can manipulate the words to more of a context where it's more solitude to it, more strength behind it, instead of some imaginary spiritual thing, we might be able to get through to the people a little more how they can use this device to navigate through the system.
I agree. We need a goddamn lexicon. We insert word here. This is how you read revised information. When they say found it, right, that don't mean he built it. Because when you build something, you say you built it. You don't say you found it. That's just how it goes. When you created something, you don't say you founded it. You say I created it. Right?
Right.
I'm not the founder of the digital black dollar, nigga.
When you see the police, it's not the police, it's the undertaker. So you got to have your papers of life essential to be able to cross over from the world of the dead into the world of the life.
That's a great
It's all,
analogy.
yeah, it's all in reference of this ecclesiastical dialect that we're being produced and indoctrinated into living. It's the beast. The whole thing is the beast, and it doesn't have it itself doesn't have a responsibility. There's no repercussions. There's nothing behind the beast. The only thing it is a reward of gratification to someone, and that's what we're accepting. We want the reward, we want the fame, we want the money that the beast has a part of his situation, but we're not actually seeing that it's taking us away from our natural and putting us in the world of the beast.
Yeah, it's putting us in the world of the living dead.
Yeah, and we have to know how to navigate, and they have paperwork for the navigation. I don't know why we want to fight it so bad, because this is how we got trapped in this imaginary world. We're in it.
Well, Nami says the landlord is her shepherd, and she shall not want. I believe the landlord is her shepherd. God damn, that hits different. The landlord is my shepherd.
I shall not want.
Who's the
It
landlord
makes
again?
sense though. It makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. Because if the land is the landlord and you shall not walk, it means he's giving you everything within the land.
Hello.
The land is your Lord.
Hello.
And
That could go both ways.
They flipped it though, and they made themselves the
The
landlord.
landlord. I shall not want that motherfucker. He can go out where he want to go and get where he want to get to. The landlord.
So check this out. The word mission originated in 1598 in Jesuit. Hold on, mute up 504. You got a background for some reason. When the members of the Society of Jesus sent members abroad, right, derived from the Latin missinium, nam missio, meaning act of sending, or mittere, meaning to send, right? So missionary, it means to send a motherfucker to you, right? Let's come down a little bit. We don't need all the history of all the missions. We know there's a lot of missions. There's missions going on right now.
A whole bunch of missions teaching the lies.
Mm-hmm. Damn, hold on. Let me come down. I don't want to go too. Look at all these missions, y'all. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't go too far. List of missions, impact of missions, criticisms. Okay, so we understand this type of mission, right? With all these missionaries, look at all these missionaries. Like, now, the other type of mission. Other type of missionary. Army missionaries ministered to both the Confederate and Union armies. These persons were defined by historian Stephen Woodworth as the ministers. Wait a minute. Let me just let that.
Well, we're coming on both sides. Both of them people went to the Christian AME churches on both sides of the field. And them preacher man was teaching and preaching on the same subjects and the same sermons every Sunday to the both people, but they go out and fight each other.
So these are army missionaries, right? Hold on. So this, hold on.
Catholic Church, the Roman Church.
So there's a missionary. Oh, damn, where's my share button at? Okay, here you go. So you have the missionary to come to spread the good Lord's word, right? And if you don't like bow down to the Lord, are you listening, ladies and gentlemen? If you don't bow down to the Lord, then the next thing that you will see, okay, is what we call a mercenary. So we got a missionary, we got a mercenary. Sounds kind of phonetically similar, no?
Yes, it does.
A mercenary, also called a merc, or soldier of fortune, or hired gun, is a private individual who joins an armed conflict for personal profit. Is otherwise an outsider to the conflict and is not a member of any other official military. So like if you in another tribe fighting, like you know how they say the white man was selling in different tribes, different guns, and they were doing this, and these tribes fighting with the white man, and these was like. So mercenaries fight for money or other forms of payment rather than for political interest. Beginning in the 20th century, mercenaries have increasingly come to be seen as less entitled to protection by the rules of war than non-mercenaries. So like I think it's against the law to be a mercenary. But as we all understand, right, what is a crime to us, you know what I'm saying, ain't a crime for them.
But until law is established under the status quo of governing, there is no law being broken being a mercenary.
Right.
Yeah.
So because there's no law to break, right?
Right. You will be more or less going in, establishing, or creating a coming in governing system for a terrorized area. Putting in order, you come in and put in order because there ain't no law there established yet.
So the private military company is a private company providing armed combat. So they provide armed combat or security services for financial gain. PMCs refer to the personnel as security contractors. You know, like if you want to like build a skyscraper or something. Now listen to the terms. A security contractor. Okay, now we did this before. What is a security, ladies and gentlemen? It has double meaning. This is a Masonic goddamn system we living in, and you already know everything mean about 3-4 goddamn things anyway. So if you contract securities, what do you do, Nadi? If you're a security contractor, that would give off the implication that you are what I just provided up above this, right? You provide armed combat and security services for financial gain, right?
Right. Well, that's really what I wanted people to kind of grab a hold to too, because you have to remember now, the United States is a corporation, and every armed services falls up under the United States, except the National Guard. So the National Guard would be more or less your true defense, and the Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marines are contractors, armed contractors.
So a security contractor provides security services and armed combat. But if you flip the word, like if you contract securities, right, if you deal in securities, that also could be like a banker, like Wall Street. Don't they deal with securities? Don't they contract securities on Wall Street? Isn't a security an asset?
Well, the postmaster or the postman is a contracted mercenary, and it's true. We actually contract the United States, but the American Postal to contract to carry bonds and securities and things of this manner. Then they incorporated places like what's the ones with the wagon and the horses then? What's their name? Damn, they're a bank now. It's the name of a bank with Wells Fargo. Right. They contracted out Wells Fargo and made them a secondary security. Like even your CIA and FBI and all of these people are considered mercenaries, bro. We're not really seeing it as that because we're looking at the United States as a government, and it's not. It's fucked up. It's so fucked up. They got the game sold, bro. It's jacked up. If you only knew. But the only people that we really supposed to be dealing with in truth is the postal, the mailman, the post office, not the postal service. That's another contracting mercenary the United States has hired to represent the government. But the only people we supposed to deal with and can actually carry guns and be mercenaries is either your National Guard or your postal workers. Everyone else is enemies.
So, an episcopal polity is a hierarchical form of church governance in which the chief local authorities are called bishops. The word bishop here is derived via the British Latin and Vulgar Latin term episcopus or episcopus from the ancient Greek. I don't know what the fuck that is, meaning overseer. That's an interesting term to use. Only time I ever heard overseer is on a plantation.
Don't do it.
Interesting. You know that nigga ride on the horse?
Wait a
But you
minute.
niggas is picking cotton. They call him an overseer.
Last time I checked.
I told you, I'm in the wrong business.
It is the structure used by many of the major Christian churches and denominations such as the Catholic Eastern Orthodox, the Oriental Orthodox Church, East Anglican, Lutheran, and Methodist churches, or denominations and other churches founded independently from these lineages. Churches within the episcopal polity are governed by bishops practicing their authority in the dioceses and conferences of synods. Their leadership is both sacramental and constitutional.
Wait a
As well as-
goddamn minute. Wait a goddamn fucking minute.
I'm about to show you how they set this company up, gang. Right. Remember, they say the Portuguese and the Spanish, they came over here with missions. They started setting up churches by these Indian towns. Just right. They could say St. Augustine, I believe, or something like that.
Yep, St. Augustine.
Their leadership is both sacramental and constitutional, as well as performing ordinations, confirmations, and consecrations. The bishop supervises the clergy within a local jurisdiction and is the representative both to the secular structures and within the hierarchy of the church. Bishops are considered to derive their authority from an unbroken personal apostolic succession from the 12 apostles of Jesus. Won't he do it? Bishops with such authority are said to represent the historical episcopate or historic episcopate. Churches with this type of government usually believe the church requires episcopal government as described in the New Testament, 1st and 2nd, 3rd Timothy.
I'm going to say it again. You have to create your own testament or you fall up under the status quo.
When you stand up in front of the church, it says you're giving a testimony. Where else do you do testimonies, nigga?
In court.
In the courthouse.
Court.
With your hand on what?
Bible.
All right.
On the Bible. The
All
Bible.
right.
Psalmist swear to the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the
Man,
truth.
amen.
So the court, the church, listen, the court and the church is the same arena. Okay?
Amen, amen, amen.
They say,
You see
listen. The Bible says if you confess with your mouth and believe you with your heart. You understand? That's the first route or pathway to redemption. Confession and belief. Right? So the court and the church literally are the same arena, and they work together to create and sustain the same infrastructures. They say it's supposed to be a separation of church and state, but there could not be a separation of church and state. That's impossible.
But don't leave out school because everybody got a head sitting in front of them. Like the judge sits up front, the pastor sits up front, and your teacher sits up front. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Each one, there's the different tiers of overseers.
Yep.
Ultimately, right? So, in some systems, bishops may be subject in limited ways to bishops holding a higher office called archbishops, metropolitans, or patriarchs. They also meet in councils or synods. These gatherings subject to presidency by higher ranking bishops. Isn't this funny how they're using these terms? Usually make important decisions through the synod or council may also be purely advisory. For much of written history of institutional Christianity, episcopal governments was the only known form of church organizations. This changed.
Stop right there. I keep telling them about the census. Where they reading these census from, these early century census, all the way up to 1930. If it wasn't born with a birth certificate up to 1930 is when the government started keeping in census. Before then, it was the churches reporting census.
Well, what would you need to do a census for? To take note of the potential enemy, maybe? Potential population in which you're trying to do something to? Like
the building of your corporation. Watch it. You have to have members. The bigger your membership is, the bigger and stronger your corporation is. So in the beginning,
basically you need board members.
Well, everybody can't be a board member. See,
the board is going to be congressmen in your House Senate. That's going to be your board members. Your members or your employees
or your constituents
or your citizens is going to be the members that builds your company.
Ain't my constituency. It's 187 people in here. If all of y'all say we're gonna pay $100 a month to be a part of this goddamn YouTube channel, do you know how powerful this YouTube channel will be? That's 187 times 100.
Guaranteed. You could go and create bonds and get loans, get all kind of money. Now your company is now the biggest company on YouTube channel. Because you guys just got members coming in, contributing, taxing who you can tax. Listen, it's all a game. Nothing.
You could be tax free. Let the church say amen. Ain't the Indians tax free? Indians not.
That's what it says in the Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what it says.
Only a non-counted Indian. can't be counted. You can't be recognized as a citizen. You can't be
Your autonomy. Your autonomy is what keeps you tax exempt. I don't want to say too much. So, so for much of the real history of institutional Christianity, Episcopal governments was the only known form of church organization. This changed at the Reformation. Many Protestant churches are now organized by either congregational or Presbyterian church polities, both descended from the writings of John Calvin, a Protestant reformer working and writing independently following the break with the Catholic Church precipitated by the 95 Thesis of Martin Luther the King. Didn't they give y'all a Martin Luther? That
Yeah,
nigga name was
Michael. Yeah, that's the second one coming for the black man again.
Brought him back for you, huh?
Familiar, your genetics is familiar with that identity.
Why did they bring him back? Because wasn't Michael King a preacher?
Yeah.
That means he was an overseer. I wonder was his church a part of the Methodist Episcopal? Was it a Methodist Episcopal? Can we get that information?
Yeah, he was from Montgomery, not Montgomery, in Atlanta, right? Yeah,
so,
AME, Eminem father come out of the AME in Atlanta.
And he just happens to have the name of a motherfucking Presbyterian motherfucker from like whenever the fuck time that all these crackers follow. Like this whole shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his daddy named him that after the Martin Luther. He named him.
Or did he get, or is that his Christian name after he's been christened?
Yeah, that's his Christian. Yeah, and
see, when you go through your christening, like niggas don't even know it, but like really, truly, like they putting you through like a Masonic boule ritual off the rip, nigga. They done bouled you. You been bouled.
Off rip.
Look, I said that a couple months ago. Niggas been taking oaths. They keep talking about the Masonic temple. Y'all been taking oaths since you came to the womb. Y'all been taking oaths. I told y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Willingly or unwillingly, y'all been taking oaths.
And where? Oh, go ahead, gang.
Yeah, we're gonna show one of the sisters that and no matter what you claim, what identity you claim, only the straw man is the one that claim identity, claim of a status. The natural autonomy don't claim no status. You are what you are. There's no explanation into that.
This is what they're hiding this shit behind. Look, soon as you get to fucking looking up these churches and shit, this is what you see. Like, look, this is how they're hiding all the shit. How come all the fucking churches are just look like Jesus built them? Like Jesus built all these motherfucking buildings, right? Where's that other motherfucking cathedral?
I can tell you who built
Look
them,
at this
nephew.
shit. Look at this shit.
Let me tell you who built them, nephew. They said, ain't they saying this is all Greek and Roman style buildings, right?
That's what they said.
And guess who the Greek and the Romans? The Greek are the Creek Indians, and the Romans are the Cherokee Indians.
Well,
look it up.
They say that them niggas was in the woods beating on rocks and eating sticks.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I don't know how they was building this right here. The good white man with his horse and wagon built this, Auntie. I'm sorry. They built that.
Yeah, according to the document, they said when Washington cut down the cherry tree, he was cutting down the Cherokee root. He was uprooting you from who you were. According to the documents that I read, rather.
Why are all of these cathedrals so motherfucking expensive?
Okay.
Like, seriously. Ladies and gentlemen. Do the history on when this was built. Found it.
So these people, are they calling Tartarians? Actually, the Creek and the Cherokee.
See,
I hear the mic.
you can like manipulate this building and shit like this, but this building is too beautiful to just destroy. So I'm gonna just put some crackers around it and make it look that.
And give you the illusion that we built the shit. But the people you've been oppressing the whole time, they haven't been able to build anymore. But your ass still ain't built it, and you ain't even oppressed, nigga.
Can you imagine if we just go through the different cathedrals on the planet, nigga? Like, and the church, look at this shit.
Yep.
Look at this shit.
We were some hellified.
Look at this shit. This shit is everywhere. I'm talking about everywhere.
Yeah, hush your mouth.
Everywhere. Everywhere except Africa, nigga. No, I'm just playing.
Exactly.
Wait a goddamn minute.
This is breaking news. Everywhere but Africa.
You ain't lying. He's not lying. He's everywhere except Africa, for real. For Africa,
but everybody comes from Africa, though.
Nah.
Huh?
But everybody comes from Africa, though.
Yeah. But if you look over in Africa, shit ain't matching up, though. Because if the great builders came out of Africa, that means Africa would have been built up thousands. That's the old world, remember?
Hello.
I mean, if it's the old world, it should have old buildings, ancient buildings like this. But you don't have that.
Africa is a newfound.
Exactly.
And look, they always got scaffolding around. Like this, they always working on this motherfucker. Everything is always under construction and shit. Some part of the everything.
What's the key word, nephew?
Look,
reconstruction.
Yeah.
Everything is under reconstruction.
Look, they found in this motherfucker right now.
Yeah.
We gotta take that part of the roof over there. We look like something.
They taking all the niggas off the goddamn shits and replacing them with white cupids. We know what they doing.
Yep. All those right, those on top of that right there is energy. And
you gotta fill it up with the Christian man. They got to.
What is natural energy?
Well, I think that'll be
and one man.
I think that'll be a great place to end this on by saying, I guarantee you most of these buildings have what do you need in order to run your body? You need organs. Energy. Without organs.
Yep. Yep.
Oh. So organ? Where do you find organ?
In churches.
And they say
they was in councils too, nephew.
Now did they say that? Didn't they say that the church is the house of the Lord?
Yes.
Last time I checked.
So the house of the Lord.
What is the Lord represented? What's the representation of the Lord? Energy.
The body.
Energy. Current. Light.
Yep. It's a fact. Currency. Bank. Currency. All it goes in.
It's all synonymous. Hey, gang, I got to get the fuck up out of here. I hope y'all enjoy the show.
All right, brother.
All right. Peace, love, and light. Everybody have a masterful rest of the day.
Yeah, man. I'm going to try to get on TikTok. Like I told y'all, I'm trying to work out a lot of shit on my end. So
I understand.
Y'all just be patient with me.
You had a good show last night, nephew. We was at it with them Africans last night. What with 504? 2 o'clock in the morning.
Ethiopia got some, but you don't know them Ethiopians. That's our land from beginning, though.
Okay.
Not, I mean, we owned all of that. We owned that. Remember, sis, I was telling you
Yeah.
about the story of what they call Solomon and of Sheba.
Gomorrah.
And, yeah, really in representation of Queen Khalifa.
Okay.
So yeah, we ran all that land over there. So yeah, there's a church over there, like in Lalabella, under the ground. We did that.
You know what's crazy though? A lot of these buildings and castles and shit, they say don't have plumbing.
They lying.
We did the first pyramid in Egypt. You can go and see it. It's got the Mayan script all up in the ceiling.
But how the fuck did you build a building like this with no plumbing? Like, where was you shitting and pissing?
Exactly.
Like, where was y'all putting that shit? Where was the mechanism?
They had
It
porta
wasn't for that. It wasn't for that. It's a building of energy, light, and bring on light. Aye, that's what it's constructed as.
Are you saying we had porta potties?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how the white man built all of this with no plumbing.
See, that's why, that's how you know them not built that. That thing was already built. It's an energy port. It produces energy. Aye. Any man that does any type of experiment will know how to go and build up a rod from the ground going up and put some type of casting of clay around it to draw more energy for to carry current. Any man know that. Who don't know that?
I don't think they teach them. I think that was I think that's an elective course in school now. Like, so I don't think, goddamn it, niggas know about current, energy, shapes, or math, nigga. Like, they doing new math now. So I ain't gonna lie to you. The comprehension of most of our people, we probably don't understand energy.
So energy is not to be understood for real. It's just, we can't create it. It's nothing you can create. Only thing we do is try to transfer or store it. So we've been doing this from ancient times, trying to divert energy and store it to move it and produce it into a distribution type of scenario. That's always been our head of concentration. We've been doing this thing for ancient. This ain't no new concept. No, the point about Tesla just showed us how a more easier way of developing energy with the everyday things around you. And the white dude, what's his name? The guy he was going against that made it in the meters. He said, we gotta make it where we can make money off of it. Carnegie? Was it Carnegie? No, not Carnegie. One of them, Edison. No, was it Edison? I got a fog in my brain right now. I can't remember which guy was going against Tesla. This was during the time when you put up the World Fair and the World Fair. Energy was already, it was on a multi type of thing, though. It just wasn't produced inside the rural areas, like the country areas, and this type of format. In the cities and the multitude of gathering of people, man, energy was a flow. Current was all around the place. But yeah, let's let me get out of here.
All right, tribe, I'm getting up out of here. Auntie, I appreciated your presence as well. Nadi, you already know. Appreciate your presence. 504. I'm going to try to figure out a way, see if I can do a TikTok. If not, I'll catch y'all here tomorrow, same time, same place. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Make sure y'all bang that like button on the way out. Share the video on the way out. If you want to support the brand, support the label, support the team, consider subscribing to DVDstore.shop. I'm getting up out of here. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day. Until next time, peace.
Aboriginal TV, that's one of them niggas. That nigga GEECHEE is a motherfucker. I get up, try and start my day. Here come this motherfucker saying the Gullah GEECHEE is Indians, nigga. Then he actually shows how the shit we think is African is actually indigenous. Who is this nigga? Can I eat my eggs?
Looking at the mirror like it must be me, cause everybody's seeing something that I don't see. I was drinking lean like my name was Pimp C. I gotta thank God that I never OD'd. I should've kept it clean and probably just did weed. I thought it was a downer, but it must be speed. Remember my homeboy who had the Jeep Cherokee? Dropped out in elementary, he still can't read. Assigning artists, if they get locked, they blame me. Nigga want me to get the pot, resort to plan B. I thank the Lord Vicky Jean didn't take the plan B. She tried really hard, but she couldn't tame me. I had a good family with real good genes. Before making the team, we trap for brand new jeans. I don't fuck with what's the name, and yeah, they still green. I'd rather be heard nowadays than unseen. 10-figure niggas still might catch me in the ghetto. My house so big, I can hear myself echo. It must be me while my bitch stay preggo. Cause I love the way she put this shit together like Legos. I was selling dope same time Crumb Mob had made stilettos. And niggas still can't get on my motherfucking level. You just signed to 1017, they say you with the devil. The next chain I'ma get is a iced out shovel. Hit a lick for 80 P's, I wish it was 80 keys. In my band we ugly guitars and we rolling 80 deep. No one shadier than me, no one get shystyer than me. Heard the old saying, apples they don't fall far from the tree. Yeah, my left wrist is on freeze, is it cold or is it me? But you ain't no little Gucci, man, your ass a wanna be. Heard them niggas play with you, niggas don't ever play with me. In the streets no one is safe no more, no one not even me. If you never took one for the team, you can't get MVP. Dressing by the court, they got me losing sleep. I seen niggas posting niggas that they never ever met, but never post me and they know me from up the street. I was selling dope same time Crumb Mob had made stilettos. And niggas still can't get on my motherfucking level. You just signed to 1017, they say you with the devil. The next chain I'ma get is a iced out shovel.